I request all the comrades to kindly be seated. You are going to witness the traditional art form of Karnataka. I request all of you to kindly be seated. All the comrades who are on the corridors. Let's once again give a huge round of applause. Comrades, this is the Dollu Kunita, the traditional art form performed by the Kuruba Gauda community of Karnataka. This dance is associated with the worship of Sri Biralingeshwara, a form of Lord Shiva. And since we have already started on a very positive note, displaying the rich tradition of Karnataka, let me welcome you all. Ellargu namaskara. You have to say namaskara. See, namaste, namaskaram, namaste. It all ends up to finally welcoming you all to the 25th General Council of All India Union Bank Officers Federation. Let's give a huge round of applause for each other and welcome ourselves to the 25th General Council. Comrades, it is our honor and privilege that today we are here joined by the none other than the tall leaders of the officers and award staffs of the banking industry. Let's give a huge round of applause and welcome Comrade Rupam Roy, the General Secretary of AIBOC. Let's give a huge round of applause and welcome Comrade N. Shanker, General Secretary, AIUBA. We are also privileged to have the stalwart, retired leaders from our federation. We'll be welcoming them all. Let's give a huge round of applause. Without much ado, as per our tradition, let us now welcome our dignitaries to kindly light the lamp and officially inaugurate the 25th General Council. I request our General Secretary, Comrade Srinath, President, Comrade Upendra, Working President, Comrade Srinath, to kindly escort our guest, Comrade Rupam Roy and Comrade N. Shanker, to the dais for the lamp lighting. Thank you, comrades. Now, I request the comrades to be on the dais, and I request all of you in the audience to kindly raise and stand for the Karnataka Rashtrageet.
जाते, जय हे कर्नाटक माते, जय सुंदर नदी वनगळ नाडे, जय हे रस ऋषिಗಳ ಬೀಡೆ. ಭೂದೇವಿಯ ಮಕುಟದ ನವಮಣಿಯೇ, ಗಂಧದ ಚಂದನ ಹೊನ್ನಿನ ಗಣಿಯೇ, ರಾಘವ ಮಧುಸೂದನರವತರಿಸಿದ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತಂಜಾತೆ. ಜನನಿಯ ಜೋಗುಳ ವೇದದ ಘೋಷ, ಜನನಿಗೆ ಜೀವವು ಇನ್ನಾದೇಶ. ಹಸುವಿನ ನೀಗಳ ಸಾಲೆ, ನಿನ್ನಯ ಕೊರಳಿನ ಮಾಲೆ. ಕಪಿಲ ಪತಂಜಲ ಗೌತಮ ಜಿನನುತ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತಂಜಾತೆ. ಶಂಕರ ರಮನುಜ ವಿದ್ಯಾರಣ್ಯ, ಬಸವೇಶ್ವರ ಮಧ್ವರ ದಿವ್ಯಾರಣ್ಯ. ನನ್ನ ಷಡಕ್ಷರಿ ಪೊನ್ನ, ಪಂಪನ ತುಮಿಪತಿ ಚನ್ನ. ಕುಮಾರ ವ್ಯಾಸರ ಮಂಗಳ ಧಾಮ, ಕವಿ ಕೋಗಿಲೆಗಳ ಪುಣ್ಯಾರಾಮ. ನಾನಕ ರಾಮಾನಂದ ಕಬೀರರ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತಂಜಾತೆ. ಕೈರಪ ಹೊಯ್ಸಳರಾಡಿದ ನಾಡೆ, ನಂಕಣ ಜಕಣರ ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಬೀಡೆ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶರಾವತಿ ತುಂಗ, ಕಾವೇರಿಯವರ ಗಂಗ. ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಪರಮಹಂಸ ವಿವೇಕರ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತಂಜಾತೆ. ಸರ್ವ ಜನಾಂಗದ ಶಾಂತಿಯ ತೋಟ, ರಸಿಕರ ಕಂಗಳ ಸೆಳೆಯುವ ನೋಟ. ಹಿಂದೂ ಕ್ರೈಸ್ತ ಮುಸಲ್ಮಾನ, ಪಾರಸಿಕ ಜೈನ ಉದ್ಯಾನ. ಜನಕನ ಹೋಲುವ ದೊರೆಗಳ ಧಾಮ, ಭಾರತ ವೈದಿಕರ ರಾಮ. ಕನ್ನಡ ನುಡಿ ಕುಣಿದಾಡುವ ದೇಹ, ಕನ್ನಡ ತಾಯಿಯ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ದೇಹ. ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತಂಜಾತೆ, ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ, ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ, ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ.
Jai Karnataka, Jai Hind, Jai Hind, Jai. Thank you so much, comrades. Request you to kindly take your seats. Comrades, they say the Rome was not built in a day. Similarly, it is the hard work of our stalwart leaders, the reason for which we all are here. The association has reached its heights today. It is our pleasure, privilege, and honor to welcome our distinguished, retired, but young leaders, young comrades, I would say, to this General Council. To do the felicitation of our retired comrades, I would like to invite on the dais Comrade Balachandra, Comrade Upendra Kumar, and Comrade Srinath to felicitate our retired stalwarts. I request all three of you to kindly be on the dais. The first let me invite on stage Comrade K.L. Gopalakrishna, former Executive Director, Corporation Bank, former General Manager, HR, Union Bank of India. And I always tell them that he was the first treasurer of Karnataka unit, and from here the money started growing. I request our Comrade Balachandra, Comrade Srinath. We'll call. Okay. Next, Comrade KSM Rao, former General Manager, Union Bank of India. Comrade Harish Padiyar, former President, AIU BOF. Comrade NN Abang, former President, AIU BF. Comrade Birendra, former General Secretary, Bihar Unit. तालियां थोड़ा जोर से बज सकती हैं। इन्हीं सब के बदौलत हम सब यहाँ पे हैं। हमारा फेडरेशन इस लेवल पे पहुंचा है। Thank you, comrades. I request Comrade Srinath and Comrade Upendra to stay back. We have two more Upendra. Next, we would like to felicitate Comrade Vinay Srivastava and Comrade Venkat, being the presiding and assisting presiding officers for the general elections today. Thank you, Comrade Vinay and Comrade Venkat, and wish you all the best for the successful completion of today's elections. I thank all the comrades and request you to kindly take the seat. Now to formally welcome the August gathering here, I request the General Secretary, All India Union Bank Officers Federation, Comrade P.M. Balachandra, to kindly address the August gathering.
Good morning, respected KL sir, respected KSM sir, Padiyar sir, Abang ji, dear friend and General Secretary of IBOC, Mr. Rupam Roy, dear friend, General Secretary of AAUBA, Comrade Shanker, and my President, Upendra Kumar, Working President, Srinath, and all my dear comrades. Good morning to and welcome to Bangalore once again. Before starting my welcome address, I'm starting with my report, only one page. I'm not taking much time. Then it will be useful for further deliberation. Comrade President, Working President, and fellow comrades, Namaskara and heartfelt welcome to Bengaluru, the captivating city, garden city, the city of thousand lakes, India's electronic hub and its thriving startup capital. Since its inception in 1964, our federation has navigated numerous challenges, remaining resolutely committed to championing the interests of our officer fraternity and the bank. Over the last 60 years of our journey, it is the unwavering trust and support of our members that have empowered us to cultivate and nurture exemplary leaders from among our ranks. Today, as the General Council, the supreme governing body of our federation assembles to elect its new leadership, we celebrate our legacy and reaffirm our dedication to the values and that bind us together. However, the period since last our general body meeting was not been without its trials. The top management has adopted a deeply concerning and regressive stance, distancing it from the trade unions. The top management persistent refusals to engage with the trade unions, whether majority or minority, reflects an alarming disregard for the values of dialogue and collaboration. This is not merely an issue of affecting leaders or trade unions alone. It underscores a troubling attitude aimed at undermining the trade union movement within Union Bank of India by marginalizing representatives of 78,000 employees and officers. Of the management actions threaten a very fabric of unity and advocacy that trade unions have long championed. As I submit this report before you, I must extend my heartfelt compliments to AAUBA and its esteemed leaders, Comrade N. Shanker, Comrade Vincent D'Souza, Comrade Ravindranath, Comrade Jayant Kundar, Comrade Uday Kumar Venka, and Comrade Maheshwari for their steadfast support and collaboration with the AABF leadership during the joint organizational action. Their efforts were instrumental in addressing the 20-point agenda and resolving many critical issues. setting a remarkable example of unity and determination. I would also like to take a moment to reflect on the profound association I shared with late comrade N.V. Satyanarayana, the great leader and our chairman. It is because of his vision and unwavering dedication that we stand unified today, even in the face of divisive forces that have tried to fragment our ranks and weaken the federation. Comrade Satyanarayana stood with us during the most challenging times, demonstrating unparalleled resolve and leadership. Though he is no longer with us, I firmly believe that if he were here, he would have been a pillar of strength, working tirelessly and maintain unity and peace within the federation. As we come together for the 25th triennial, as we come together, please, as we come together for the 25th Triennial Council of the All India Union Bank Officers Federation, my team in Karnataka has worked diligently to ensure meticulous arrangements for both the meetings and your recommendation. Please feel free at home and do not hesitate to reach out my team for any assistance, support you may require. Once again, I extend my warmest welcome to each and every one of this momentous occasion. Let us draw strength from our shared history and solidarity as we face for the future with the determination and resolve. Dear friends, with the reason I read this welcome speech. Why? Because since you can see no management representative was here. It is only retired general managers are here. The retired general manager and former executive director. This is the strength of AIUBF and AIUBA. I think this is the first conference we never invited any executives. There is a reason. The top management started withdrawing their membership from scale 4 and above. So, since last 3 years, we are facing many challenges with the management, but with the support of all comrades, with the entire 78,000 employees, with all the unions, I am telling, we stood together and we've shown our strength in the central office itself with the help of Mr. Shanker, Comrade Shanker, Comrade Kundar, and Mr. Vishnu Topale. We have demonstrated at central office. I think it is my 39 years of service. First time we demonstrated very proudly more than 750 comrades. It is all because of you people. It is not because of any leaders, me or Upinder or Srinath or Shankar, Jayant. It is because of you people. Again, this is a platform. I have not invited the executives, DGM and above, anybody. So we decided as a federation, with the consultation of my president and working president and our team, we requested only 2 speakers, main speakers in this event, in the inaugural function, that to none other than Comrade Rupam Roy. He is the instrumental of historic bipartisan settlement. He is a very young and dynamic leader from banking industry. He will have a huge, bright future and is a very jovial, very approachable General Secretary of IBOC, as well as Comrade Shankar. He is leading this his organization since many long. I think when I joined the bank, he is the leader. Today he is also again he is the leader. So, and also I wanted to welcome and I wanted to convey my sincere thanks to Comrade Vinay Srivastava. When we requested for presiding officer post, he readily accepted, along with Comrade N.N. Abang, former president of the Federation, Comrade Venkat, former General Secretary and Vice President of our federation. And also, I requested Jayant Kundar, you come this function, you witness, because he is also like me, is a sportsman. Myself and Jayant recruited under sports quota. Because of, I entered this trade union movement to helping Padiyar. Today, I am standing before you as a president of IBO. It is a really, when I was a sportsman, KL sir was sanctioning my special leave. I used to approach KSM sir and KL sir, any special leaves and other things. Today, they are witnessing here our conference. Thank you very much, sir. Regarding our education, since we are facing humiliation and other self-respect, we started education. We discussed on September 2nd at Bangalore, along with the leaders of AIBA, and we launched the education. Finally, we succeeded. We together, we met CLC and we draw the minutes, and many of the minutes is favorable to both of the organizations. The MD and CEO itself, she came on the video. She was marketing her product. You closed the branch at 6:30 p.m. But our infrastructure is not allowing us to close our branches. It is all gimmick. We have to reopen our struggle again with the help of AIUBA. Again, we are discussing, if required, anytime we can launch. That is the only fear management is having. Since both the majority organizations are come together, they tried to break our unit. They tried to send some of the executives to Shanker, some of the executives to me. You come, separately you come and negotiate with us. We are not agreed because of, we have started struggle together, we are ended up also together. So it is all because of our entire cooperation from the entire community of officers and employees. My sincere thanks to, once again, this entire community. Again, we are assembled here. I am not taking much time, because two good speakers are here. Rupam Roy is there, Comrade Shanker is there. So I am limiting myself to the only welcome part, since I am a host unit, as a General Secretary of AIBF, as a General Secretary of Karnataka unit, my duty to welcome you all. Once again, welcome to Bengaluru, Hotel Hilton. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Comrade Balachandra. As you all know that our beloved Balachandra sir is about to retire in the coming month. And as he was saying that probably this is his last speech as the General Secretary of the Federation. I always tell sir, especially when his wife is with him, that here is a man who is fighting for our 5 days, but he works more than 7 days. And so probably in his second innings, he'll work more with his family. And thank you so much for your welcome address, Comrade Balachandra. Now, before inviting the next speaker, हमारे अध्यक्ष महोदय को न्योता देने के पहले हम एक नारा लगाएंगे, ओम नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव। और इसी जोश के साथ जोरदार तालियों के साथ स्वागत करें हमारे प्रेसिडेंट कॉमरेड उपेंद्र कुमार का। सर,
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। थैंक यू, थैंक यू। थैंक यू। आज मैं कुछ बोलूं इसके पहले एक व्यक्ति की कमी मुझे आज बहुत खल रही है, जो हमारे ऑल इंडिया यूनियन बैंक ऑफिसर फेडरेशन के चेयरमैन जो आज हमारे बीच में नहीं हैं। सबसे पहले मैं अपने एनवीएस सर को नमन करता हूं और अपनी वाणी को शुरू करने के पहले कॉमरेड एनवीएस अमर रहे, कॉमरेड एनवीएस अमर रहे, आवर यूनिटी लॉन्ग लिव, एआईबीओसी जिंदाबाद, ऑल इंडिया यूनियन बैंक ऑफिसर फेडरेशन जिंदाबाद। थैंक यू, थैंक यू। आज इस ट्रायनियल कॉन्फ्रेंस में हमारे बीच ऐसे स्टालवर्ड लीडर आज यहाँ उपस्थित हैं जिनको मैंने दूर से और उनके करीब से साथ रह के मैंने ट्रेड यूनियन को सीखा और आज यहाँ तक मैं पहुँचा। हमारे बीच फॉर्मर ऑल इंडिया यूनियन बैंक ऑफिसर फेडरेशन के प्रेसिडेंट हरीश पडियार जी, एन नभंग जी और विनय श्रीवास्तव जी, वेंकट जी, सबको मैं हृदय से आभार और नमस्कार करता हूं कि आज वो अपना कीमती वक्त हमारे ट्रायनियल के लिए दिए। और साथ ही साथ मैं आभार प्रकट करना चाहता हूं हमारे आईबोक के जनरल सेक्रेटरी, युवा और तेज तर्रार कॉमरेड रूपम राय जी को मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं। मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं ऑल इंडिया यूनियन बैंक एम्प्लॉई एसोसिएशन के जनरल सेक्रेटरी कॉमरेड एन शंकर जी को मैं हृदय से आभार प्रकट करता हूं, धन्यवाद देता हूं। साथियों, और यहाँ पर जो पूरे देश के कोने कोने से हमारे क्रांतिकारी कॉमरेड साथी यहाँ पर उपस्थित हुए हैं, खास करके महिला साथी को भी मैं विशेष तौर पर आभार और धन्यवाद देता हूँ। मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं कर्नाटका यूनिट के एक एक कॉमरेड्स को, जिन्होंने हम लोगों का रिक्वेस्ट माना और ट्रायनियल कॉन्फ्रेंस बेंगलोर में उन्होंने स्वीकार किया और इस तरह से 4 दिन से लगातार 24 घंटा हमारा कर्नाटका यूनिट का एक एक कॉमरेड लगा हुआ है, उनको भी मैं हृदय से सैल्यूट करता हूं। साथ ही साथ मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं, जब मैं उधर आ रहा था यूपी और उत्तराखंड के हमारे कॉमरेड साथी जो देवभूमि से आए हमारे उत्तराखंड से, और उन्होंने मुझे आशीर्वाद के रूप में टोपी पहनाने का काम किया, मैं उनको भी हृदय से धन्यवाद और आभार प्रकट करना चाहता हूं। साथियों, ये ट्रायनियल कॉन्फ्रेंस 2022 में 24 अप्रैल को कोच्चि में हुआ था और ये 3 वर्ष का कार्यकाल था। ये 3 वर्ष के कार्यकाल में हमने कॉमरेड बालाचंद्रन जी के नेतृत्व में और आप सबों के समर्थन से एकजुटता का परिचय देते हुए हमेशा मैनेजमेंट से लोहा लेने का काम किया। इसके लिए एक एक कॉमरेड्स को हृदय से धन्यवाद। जब जब हमारे बैंक प्रबंधन के द्वारा हमारे अधिकारियों पर टॉक्सिक कल्चर और तरह तरह का प्रताड़ना जब देना शुरू किया था, आपको याद होगा हम लोगों ने कहा था कि हम लोग मिशन स्वाभिमान स्टार्ट करेंगे और मिशन स्वाभिमान हम लोगों ने स्टार्ट किया और आप सबों के बल पर मिशन स्वाभिमान इतना सफल हुआ कि मैनेजमेंट को आपके आगे झुकना पड़ा। और उसके बाद भी बीच में थोड़ा सा मैनेजमेंट का रुख इधर से उधर होने लगा, तो मैं एन शंकर जी को भी धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं और बालाजी को, जिन्होंने एक ज्वाइंट फोरम के माध्यम से मैनेजमेंट से टक्कर लेने का सोचा और ईंट से ईंट बजा दिया। साथियों, ये सब तभी संभव था जब आप लोग का साथ है। आज मैनेजमेंट को झुक करके हमारे उच्च प्रबंधन के लोगों को वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग करके लोगों को बताना पड़ा कि 6 बजे के बाद कोई वीसी नहीं होगा, 6 बजे के बाद हमारा ब्रांच बंद होगा। ये सब आपके ताकत के भरोसे हम लोगों ने लड़ाई लड़ा। और साथियों, 2022 में मैं जब प्रेसिडेंट बना तो उसके पहले मैनेजमेंट के द्वारा सरप्लस और डेफिसिट का बात करके हमारे लोगों को अनलिंग्विस्टिक एरिया में जा करके ट्रांसफर करने का उन्होंने काम किया था। 2022 में जब हम लोग बालाजी श्रीनाथ जी और हम लोग हमारा टीम जब हम लोग मैनेजमेंट के पास गए तो हमने कहा कि ये देश एक है, तो इस देश में रहने वाले की पॉलिसी एक होनी चाहिए। हमारा यूनियन बैंक का पॉलिसी भी एक होगा और हमने वही एक पॉलिसी इस देश में लागू करवाने का काम किया। साथियों, चूंकि हमारे बीच में 2 बड़े स्टालवर्ड लीडर आए हुए हैं और मैं ज्यादा वक्त नहीं लूंगा। मैं चाहूंगा कि उन दोनों की बातों को हम लोग बैठ करके सुने और आने वाले कल में अपने फील्ड में उसको कार्यान्वित करेंगे। मैं एक ही शब्द के साथ अपने वाणी को विराम करता हूं कि अगर हमारा 40,000 अधिकारियों के मान और सम्मान पर अगर ठेस पहुंचेगा, ये उपेंद्र कुमार बकसने वाला नहीं है। इसकी लड़ाई सड़क से लेकर के संसद तक भी लड़ना पड़ेगा तो हम लोग लड़ाई लड़ेंगे। इन्हीं चंद शब्दों के साथ क्रांतिकारी इस्तकबाल करते हुए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
हमेशा की तरह उपेंद्र जी माहौल बना देते हैं और आज भी उन्होंने माहौल बना दिया। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया कॉमरेड उपेंद्र। Yesterday during the central committee meeting, our working president comrade Srinath was talking about unity, We saw the strength of unity last year when both the majority associations, that is the All India Union Bank Officers Federation and the AIUBA, the Award Staff Federation, both came together for the cause of the employees and officers of the banking fraternity. That became the historic moment when the management, which always strives for divide and rule, didn't have any option because they saw that the entire banking fraternity was standing together. And forgive me if I sound politically wrong, but it sounds similar like बटेंगे तो कटेंगे और एक है तो सेफ है. Today we are honored that we are here joined by the General Secretary of AIUBA, Comrade N. Shanker. I request Comrade N. Shanker to kindly come to the dais and address the gathering.
Comrade Upendra Kumar, President of All India Union Bank Officers Federation. Comrade Indu Chudan, Working President of All India Union Bank Officers Federation. Comrade Balchandar, President of IBOC, General Secretary of All India Union Bank Officers Federation. Comrade Rupam Roy, General Secretary of IBOC and inaugurator of this inaugural session. Various executives who are sitting here, whom I know for quite a number of years, particularly ex-leaders of your organization, Comrade Vinay Srivastava, and my dear comrades. If you remember that I attended your last conference in Cochin also. In fact, in Cochin, we were telling that there might be a need that both the majority organizations have to come together in case of any need. And at that time also we said that we are ready to come with you in case of any need when the bank is undergoing a turbulence. And today, I am meeting in your 25th Triennial Conference, where we came together, we fought against this management, we succeeded in making them succumb to our demands, and today you are holding your 25th Triennial Conference. After the successful conclusion of our agitation, we have set a new standard. The new standard is being looked upon by various other banks also. In fact, All India Union Bank Officers Federation and AIUBA came together. There were tremors inside the bank also. People are not ready to accept how these two organizations can come together and fight for a common cause. There were insiders, there were outsiders who are trying to create problems in seeing that we stand separated so that their agenda can be met. But when we met in 2nd September and we decided to come together, we decided that we will fight against this audacity of the management, which does not care for anything. On that count, we succeeded also. And today we are seeing the same management is talking in terms of different kinds of initiatives and different kinds of... What were our demands? We have not demanded that you bring the sun or you bring the moon to us. We were not demanding anything extraordinarily. What we were demanding genuine issues which are being faced by the employees and officers across the bank, across the country. We were telling. We were demanding that adequate recruitment should be there. Branches are suffering. Because of want of recruitment, bank is not able to provide the customer service. Your digital platform is not able to serve the way you are projecting it. You are sitting inside the air-conditioned cabin, but you do not know what's happening inside the branches, we told them. We demanded that there should be a compassionate appointment. There should be a proper compassionate appointment in spite of the fact that there is no recruitment. We were not demanding anything else. But this management for last 2 years have been working in a different kind of platform. They were very averse to the trade unions. We were telling so many things in so many forums, so many ideas we gave the management to follow, but they were not prepared to come. But today we are seeing where the bank is going through. Bank's deposit base is coming down. Business is dropping down. Bank doesn't know how to move forward. Even yesterday when I was having a discussion with Rupam Roy, he was also telling that even the biggest bank, State Bank of India, has got the practice of listening to the trade unions and listening to their ideas, listening to their suggestions. And that is what we wanted. We suggested in advance that PLI formula has to be framed in consultation with our union so that our inputs can be taken properly and done. But unfortunately, the management did not do. Comrade Rupam Roy is sitting here from State Bank of India. In the industry, we have signed a PLI formula. Based on the profit earned by the bank, there should be a 15 days PLI which should be granted to us. But the formula was on the basis of net profit and operating profit combined with a formula was right. That formula was modified in the last bipartite settlement saying that you include some 8 parameters also. On that 8 parameters, you create a PLI formula which can give 5 days to 15 days in a different manner. That means 6 days, 7 days, 8 days, 9 days, 10 days, 11 days, 12 days. You can give. Comrade Rupam Roy is there, he will agree. If the old formula could have been made applicable to State Bank of India, State Bank of India would not have got even 5 days PLI also because the formula was constructed in such a way. But the management, in consultation with the unions, modified the PLI formula applicable for 23-24 to ensure that 15 days PLI is being granted to all the staff members in State Bank of India. We also demanded the same thing with the management. We said you construct the PLI formula in consultation with the unions because these are the unions which have signed the industry-wide settlement and industry-wide joint note giving way to new PLI formula. We said like, but the management was adamant. Management constituted a 3-man general manager committee, and that committee did not bother to invite us for a discussion also. And they've constructed a PLI formula in such a way that even 23-24 also, as per the old formula, also we could have got 10 days PLI. The same PLI we got in the new formula also, which could have been improved to give us a 15 days PLI, which was not there. Our inputs were never taken into account. But whereas bank is quoting, each agenda, on each agenda they are taking so many initiatives, and we are seeing the initiatives also in such a way. What we demanded that compassionate appointment be given. What is the compassionate appointment maximum bank can give? Bank can give compassionate appointment only in clerical cadre or sub-staff cadre. My erstwhile colleagues, Comrade KLG is here, KSM Rao is here, they will agree. In Union Bank of India, even MD's wife got compassionate appointment. That is the history of Union Bank of India, where OK Gopalan's wife was appointed as compassionate appointee in Union Bank of India, and she was working in Dihu branch. I still remember. When we belong to that legacy, we are telling you give compassionate appointment. What is the management is saying? We did not recruit any clerks in last 2 years, so we cannot give you compassionate appointment. What was our demand? We said you give the compassionate appointment, you adjust the number against the future vacancies which you can recruit. The number can be adjusted against the future recruitment which you will be making, but don't make the family of the deceased employee to suffer to that extent. The management was very adamant. Management was telling. In one of the meetings, the executives had the courage to tell me that we are giving you 20 times gross salary as ex gratia. We do not want to add any employee into the balance sheet of the bank for next 35 years, incurring expenditure. That's the attitude of these executives we are seeing. Today, more than 250 people whose eligibility is there, the family is eligible to get the compassionate appointment, they will be given now. Because we have jointly succeeded in making the management succumb to the pressure that all the compassionate appointments which are eligible will be cleared by 31st March 2025. But what we are seeing, bank is not able to move. Bank is becoming slowly in a different kind of fashion. But we are being different kind of attitude today. Government's interference in everything we are seeing. DFS is interfering with the transfer policy. DFS is interfering with the promotion policy. DFS is trying to micromanage the banks through its instructions. Was it necessary? The same Prime Minister Modi, who held a Gyan Sangam in Bombay, in Maharashtra, he was telling that no more micromanagement of the banks will be there. We will give the freedom to the banks. We will give autonomy to the banks. Bank management will decide. All the policies will be board-driven, and we will not interfere. But today what we are seeing? We are seeing micromanagement at all levels. Where is the need for the government to introduce a uniform transfer policy or uniform promotion policy? The size of SBI is different. The geographical presence of SBI is so different. The geographical presence and the size of the bank in terms of Union Bank is so different. So what is applicable for SBI cannot be applicable for Union Bank of India. What is applicable for Union Bank of India need not be applicable for Punjab National Bank or Bank of Baroda. But what is the micromanagement they are doing? You give transfer like this, you create a portal like this, you give this kind of way. But in spite of all these, management had the audacity of violating those policies also we have seen. What was the demand of All India Union Bank Officers Federation? Federation is saying, Baba, you had a discussion with us. हमारे साथ समझौता तो करो, एक मिनट से अंडरस्टैंडिंग तो साइन करो. बैंक बोलता है कि मैं डिस्कशन करूंगा, लेकिन मिनट साइन नहीं करूंगा. यह किस तरीके का मैनेजमेंट है, हमें समझ में नहीं आई. What they were demanding? You sign a minutes with us. You implement the policies without any deviation, without any violation. What was CLCC was also telling them. Those people who did not take participation in the negotiations, they were trying to control through backseat driving to say that your minutes should be written like this, your minutes should be changed like this. That we did not like it. When we decided we will go on joint agitation and gave the notice to the bank management, immediately they called us for discussion. They were very panicky. I can tell you, both the organizations representing more than 94% of the membership coming together has created a tremor inside the bank. Bank management was not knowing which way to move. They were all trying to talk to among themselves only. They were trying to find out whether there are some escape routes so that they can get away with this. But both the organizations came together, stood like rock, and told that we will discuss. The first meeting, historic meeting took place, joint meeting took place. In the joint meeting, when we were discussing all the 20 issues, they agreed in principle. Next day we came, we prepared the minutes, and the minutes was also ready. and we were to sign the minutes. In fact, all the leaders who were present there, who were to go on the same day to catch their flight, they signed the minutes also. Only myself and Balchandar was left to initial the minutes. At that time, ऊपर से फोन आता है, मिनट्स को ये करेक्ट कर दो, मिनट्स को इधर चेंज कर दो. भैया आपको चेंज ही करना था तो आप हमारे साथ आके बातचीत करना जरूरी था, हमारी व्यू सुनने की जरूरत था. आपको किसने रुकवाया? When we told this in the CLC meeting, CLC also told the management that I would like to talk to your MD or ED across the video. Now I am giving you the link. Ask them to come and talk to us so that let the negotiation take place in front of us. And we want to see what is the stand of the man. We were not asking anything big. We were telling them, Baba, हमें टॉक्सिक कल्चर में डालो मत. You don't do. Don't make us work beyond particular working hours. In many of the branches, workmen are working more than 6.5 hours. In many of the branches, our officers are working beyond particular hours. They are put into a kind of a culture which may not allow them to give their productivity to the utmost. We are pleading with them. One vertical is phoning the branch manager and telling, you have done a very good job. Within next 10 minutes, another vertical fellow is coming and abusing me, you have done the bad job. The branch managers and the officers do not know what they should do. 10 minutes back I was praised. 10 minutes afterwards I am being abused. What kind of culture you are trying to put through? That's why AIB also has decided that this new PLI scheme, which has been brought by the government of India for scale 4 and above, has to be opposed to tooth and nail, and we have decided to fight it out that this new PLI scheme can never be allowed to be implemented. It will drive the toxic culture. MD ED को drive करेगी, ED CGM को drive करेगा, CGM general managers को drive करेगा, और general manager DGM और AGM को, और lastly even chief managers will drive the entire workforce. What we are telling? Bhaiya, my bank, my pride, you are celebrating. I am also proud about my bank. Why you are limiting the celebrations to only limited number of people? 8,500 branch managers, 2 deputy regional heads, zonal heads, you are holding the meeting. Put together, my bank, my pride is being celebrated only by 10,000 people out of 76,000 workforce. 66,000 people who are working in this bank, you are keeping them away from the celebration of my bank, my pride. How can it be a my bank, my pride program when 66,000 employees and officers are kept outside a program? Whether that program can be a successful program, we are asking. Why don't you involve everybody? Ideas can come from anybody. Those officers who are not branch managers can also give ideas. Those workmen who are not part of this program, they can also give an idea. If you want to take the bank forward, your My Bank, My Pride program should be inclusive and inclusive of everything what we said. We told the management, Bhaiya, you change the program. You are spending money. You are spending money for nothing. This kind of program cannot bring you anything we have been telling, but bank management was not listening. Various states, they held the program. But whether it was successful, not successful, you can make an assessment. We were telling them. Extraordinary expenditure you are spending. You are spending extraordinary expenditure. But this expenditure is not resulting in result-oriented results. Beneficial results, it is not accruing. We saw huge expenditure you are spending. But you are not able to provide proper infrastructure. हम यूपी में गए थे एक ब्रांच में, बहुत गर्दी था. वहाँ एक लेडी स्टाफ काउंटर में बैठ के काम कर रही थी. उसको पता भी नहीं कोई आया है. She was toiling with the passbook printing machine. वो उसको लेफ्ट से एक मारती है, राइट से एक मारती है, सेंटर में एक मारा तो चालू हो गया. बोलता है इसी तरीके का पासबुक प्रिंटिंग मशीन यू आर गिविंग. Your cash deposit machines are not working. Cash counting machines are latest machines are coming, but you are not able to provide. Our employees and officers are not averse to technology. In fact, Union Bank, I can proudly say, this is the only bank where no training was imparted to core banking solution, but yet Union Bank became one of the proudest bank in the CBS technique. Because the employees took it as an initiative. Employees adapted to the changes. They adapted to the changes, they started doing. Quality-oriented machines you give. Quality-oriented your software and hardware package you give. Your service provider should be available to me. Your various portals you are introducing, but none of the portals are giving any resolution to any issues. Some of the critical issues are being closed without being seen. We told the management, we are providing. 8,500 branches are there. Bank is making 13,500 crores of net profit, but they cannot provide separate safe for a gold loan. This is the bank. 8,500 branches, you cannot provide separate safe for gold loan. There you are trying to, apply the cost-cutting machine or some kind of theory. 50 packets, 100 packets. Why? Each branch can have a separate safe for a gold loan. It's not able to provide. You are not able to provide. Even now, we are telling, Baba, you give. Then we have ordered, it will come, it will reach the branch. When it will reach, how it will be done, we do not know. We have come together, we fought. We tried to settle the fundamental issues. Some of the people inside and outside were also criticizing us. Some people tried to create a division among ourselves so that they cannot work together. If we work together, more things will be achieved by us. But after amalgamation, we have seen, we are also seeing other banks who got merged among themselves. In case of Punjab National Bank, in case of Indian Bank, in case of your Canara Bank, there also we are seeing. But we can successfully, today Union Bank can proudly say that its merger is one of the best merger. Because on the other day, मैं DFS में गया था. DFS में एक बुकलेट रखा है. Merger and amalgamation of Union Bank of India, your booklet is being kept. That book is prepared by Union Bank of India. वो book DFS इसके लिए रखा है कि फ्यूचर में कोई merger होगा, any problems are arising, you should refer this book because this book can give you solution. If Union Bank's merger is the best, then the credit should go to All India Union Bank Officers Federation and All India Union Bank Employees Association. Nobody can take away the credit. We contributed to the merger. We contributed to the merger process. We ensured that harmonization of business process is proper. We ensured that harmonization of your technological platform is intact. We helped so many things. If Union Bank can write a book, the credit should go to us. But after merger, we saw Corona. Though initially 2 years, bank was not able to. But the bank should have been able to run compared to others in a better speed. But that was not being done in last 2.5 years. Last 2.5 years, we are seeing new culture. The new MD and CEO started saying, what kind of bank this is? There is no consistent growth. Quarter to quarter growth should be there. You are all doing manipulations. You are all doing window dressing. The bank was not built properly. Now I will see that every quarter to quarter your business is growing. But has it grown? We are also seeing last 2.5 years, quarter to quarter, no business is growing. In fact, last quarter to quarter, the business has come down. That's why our valuation in the market has also come down. But this is all because of the policies adopted by the bank. Bank should adapt policies. There are two ways of doing business. One is improving your customer service, acquiring new customers. Suddenly you decided 1,500 offices we will make CRMs. What kind of CRMs you made, Baba? What kind of customer relationship manager you made? After making customer relation manager, we found that business is coming down. So we have been telling the management to change your attitude, change your approach, change your business. But management was not doing. Even now, they are very reluctant to do that. But having signed this MOU, having signed separate minutes with the organization, now we will see how they are able to process forward. If there is a need, we will come together again and give an agitation call to ensure that this management is properly dealt with. But you are holding your triennial conference, General Council, at a crucial time where the industry is also facing new challenges. A lot of challenges are there. Public sector banks, capitalization is going to be a big challenge. Capital is not going to come. Nirmala Sitharaman is saying, as long as you don't approach us for capital, we will allow you to exist. The moment you are asking for capital, I will privatize you. That is in the air. But we are all bank employees and officers. We are supposed to manage the public money efficiently and give you a better return. Daily, you see the newspaper. This month's GST collection is more than last month. Last month GST collection was better than the last year's. More than 1,75,000 crores of GST the government is collecting, but they are not ready to provide capital to the banks. Capitalization has become a very big issue. Capital cannot be provided to RRBs, so RRBs have to be privatized. Capital cannot be provided to public sector bank, so public sector bank have to be privatized. But we are asking. And the other day I was in Chennai. Nirmala Sitharaman also belongs to Chennai. And one fellow has put a photograph. Nirmala Sitharaman तरकारी खरीदने के लिए, वेजिटेबल मार्केट में जाके खड़ी रहती है और उसका फोटो निकाल के डाला है. देखो कंट्री का फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर कितना सरल है, कितना सिंपल है. तरकारी खरीदने के लिए मार्केट में आया है तो उसकी नीचे हमारा एक कॉमरेड ने डाला था, वो तरकारी खरीदने के लिए आई नहीं, कौन सी तरकारी में कितना जीएसटी लगा सकता है वो देखने के लिए आई. इसलिए आपको समझना चाहिए कि कौन सी एक्शन कैसा ले रहा है. मैक्सिमम टैक्सेस आर बीइंग कलेक्टेड. I pay 18% on one item. Ambani is also paying 18%. Adani is also paying 18%. One nation, one tax. You are paying the same tax. And today, you are not able to give capital. You are threatening that I will privatize. अरे भैया, पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक ही तो आपका एजेंडा पूरा कर रहा है. आप जनधन योजना बोलो, पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक कर रहा है. आप स्टैंड अप इंडिया बोलो, पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक कर रहा है. स्किल इंडिया बोलो, पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक कर रहा है. बीमा योजना बोलो, पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक कर रहा है. सब कुछ पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक के द्वारा आपकी एजेंडा पूरा कर लेते हो, और जब कैपिटल देने की बारी आती है तो आप बोलते हो मैं कैपिटल नहीं दूंगा. ये कौन सी तरीके की न्याय है भाई? कैपिटल क्यों नहीं देगा? कैपिटल किस तरीके का नहीं देगा? If any bank is asking for capital to write off loans, I can understand. All the banks are asking for capital, to growth capital they are asking. And being a owner, it is your duty to provide the capital. How can you say, I will not provide capital? I will privatize. The way IDBI is being privatized, comrades, please take it from me. IDBI को ऐसा तरीके से सेल करने वाला है. IDBI को जो खरीदने वाला है आज बोलता है मैं तो खरीद लूंगा, लेकिन मेरे ऊपर सीवीसी लागू नहीं होना चाहिए, सीबीआई लागू नहीं होना चाहिए, मैं किस तरीके का बैंक चलाऊंगा उसके ऊपर कोई पूछना नहीं चाहिए। आईडीबीआई को ऐसे तरीके से बेचने वाला है। आईडीबीआई को बनाया कौन? आपने बनाया, बैंक एम्प्लॉयज एंड ऑफिसर्स ने बनाया। एलआईसी का स्टेक है, गवर्नमेंट का स्टेक है, पुट टुगेदर इज अराउंड 95% ऑफ द स्टेक इन एलआईसी। बट यू आर टेलिंग एलआईसी you have to shut down, you have to sell down your 48% of share in IDBI. LIC में किसका पैसा पड़ा है? मेरी विधवा का पैसा LIC में पड़ा है भाई। If I die, my wife will get something. That's my investment lying in LIC. And that money is being invested in IDBI bank to put it up. Today IDBI is being sold. जिस तरीके से बेच रहा है ऐसा हो सकता है आईडी एक लिया तो एक फ्री, ऐसा तरीके का ये लोग बैंक को बेचने की प्लान कर रहे हैं। Yesterday newspaper you open and see more than 1 lakh crore of AGR dues from the telecom company will be written off by this government. All the money due to the government on account of auction of spectrum, they are likely to write it off. भैया 1 लाख करोड़ तुम टेलीकॉम कंपनीज को राइट ऑफ कर रहे हो तो एम्प्लॉयज की परक्विजिट टैक्स भी राइट ऑफ कर लो ना। क्या बात है आपका, क्यों नहीं कर सकते? आप कंसेशनल रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट में लोन दिया, अचानक सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जजमेंट दे दिया और आज बोल रहे हो कि परक्विजिट टैक्स हर एक एम्प्लॉय को पे करना पड़ेगा। कॉमरेड रूपम रॉय's बैंक इज काइंड एनफ टू ऑब्जॉर्ब द टैक्स, इज इट? नो, बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा इज ऑब्जॉर्बिंग, सम अदर बैंक इज ऑब्जॉर्बिंग। बैंक बोलता है हम लोन देगा और वो लोन को भी इंक्लूड करूंगा परक्विजिट टैक्स में, सो योर टैक्स लायबिलिटी विल गो अप। व्हाट इज द टैक्स लायबिलिटी फॉर यूनियन बैंक? वी हैव सीन द फिगर्स, द टोटल टैक्स फिगर्स विल बी ओनली 138 crore, 13,500 crore you are making profit. Out of that 138 crore is not a small amount. Can the government not decide that all the loans which are given to the bank employees at concessional rate of interest, that too for housing, which is your priority sector, that can be exempted from perquisite tax? You can give 1 lakh crore written off amount, write off to telecom companies, but you cannot give perquisite tax exemption. What we are asking? We are asking nothing. So the government is also adapting to new kind of theories. Directly, forcibly, you tell. भैया जब से ये गवर्नमेंट आया है हमारी डायरेक्टर बैंक के अंदर नहीं है। मोदी गवर्नमेंट is afraid about bank Indians because they feel that if their directors are there, they will have more accessibility to more information and they can expose this government at any cost. But the bank's board are also fractured board. They are not fully equipped board. If workman director employee is not there, officers employee director is not there, then the board is not fully equipped board. The board is a fractured board. And fractured board taking important decision can be questioned in terms of law also. In the court of law, we can challenge that also. What we are saying, you appoint director. We have given the names. So far, our directors have been working there. They were raising questions. They were working like watchdogs to ensure that bank is working properly and bank is able to meet the agenda of the public sector character that we are doing. Workman director is not being appointed. In my bank, I was the last director, 2015. After that, there is no director being appointed. What is the harm in not appointing the director? You are appointing all sundries inside the board. All the people who are appointing, we know what kind of credentials they have got, what kind of political leaning towards which party, which ideology they are working inside the bank. We know that. And that board is taking policies beyond the control of the bank. Today banks are in very typical situation. That's why, comrade, we have to understand this. When you are going to hold your triennial conference, you should understand You should understand more and more challenges will come. Challenges will come in many forms. Promotions can be one of the aspirations. But what way you are giving promotions, we know. Promotions, is it really aspiring people? Today, scale 1 becoming scale 2 and doing the same job, sitting in the same desk without any kind of, job enhancement or responsibility enhancement, he is doing that. Scale 3 is becoming scale 4, but he is doing the same job. Promotions no more can become an aspirational factor for employees to get enthused. They need different kind of initiatives to keep them equipped. The training, the kind of upskilling, this kind of, your knowledge building has to be different for bank workers. But that's not being done. They are saying, we are giving you promotion, we are giving you promotion. Our fight against the management is there, even for local branch officers also. We have told the bank management, you have gone for local branch officers without understanding that there is a promotion policy signed with our All India Union Bank Employees Association, which can promote people through your state-wise channel to work as your local branch officers. Bank management has told me, we are ready to give proportionate promotion to you also. I said promotion is not the criteria. The criteria is the way you are deciding things without consulting the unions. That is more dangerous. That's not going to help us. Within your officer cadre also, one new category of local branch officers will come. They will work for 10 years within one state and creating a different section of people to create more division among yourselves. This also you should be able to understand. We are not against officers. But the process in which they are trying to build the policies, they are trying to have the policies, you have to understand. That's why unity is the more important thing. When we come together, we saw in the last agitation also, they were trying to hold. They were trying to talk to Balchandar. They were trying to talk to me. First time, before holding the official meeting, all the CGMs came together and we were sitting at top. They were trying to understand what is the need for us to come together. I said, you don't have to spend time in understanding what is the need for us to come together. The need is that you have to work within a framework. You have to adhere to certain decorum and discipline with which you have to deal with us. We don't want to anything else. But within among ourselves also, there are people who say that what we got, what you got, it is not like that. Today, we are proudly saying within our constituency also, if bank is agreeing to recruit 3,000 sub-staff, it is due to the common struggle only. We never say that it is because of All India Union Bank Employees Association, but we are saying commonly we fought and commonly we achieved. If bank is able to give compassionate appointment, the credit should go to the common agitation. If bank is able to bring all the temporary employees on one common platform to give the best of practices, salary and bonus, the credit goes to the common struggle. We don't say that it is because of us, it is because of you. But somebody can try to misguide you by saying that तोल मोल के ये देखो क्या मिला है क्या नहीं मिला है. तोल मोल के देखने की टाइम नहीं है. तोल मोल के ये देखना है कि joint agitation has put the pressure on the management or not. If you ask me, it has completely put the management on spot. Management knows what they are doing. That's why challenges are many. These challenges have to be met through in a different kind of situation. You have to understand. We have to be together. We have to jointly carry out. We are asking the management to hold Business Development Council meeting at national level also, at regional level and zonal level also, so that our unions can contribute according to the situation which is existing in region and zonal level, so that we can contribute. But management is not agreeing. The same management was interested in holding Business Development Council, Business Review meeting jointly when they wanted capital infusion from Government of India. When Rajkiran Rai ji came, prior to Rajkiran Rai, we signed a MOU with the bank for introduction of capital from Government of India. At that time, the same government, the same management said that we are prepared to discuss how the business should be built, how our future journey has to be there, how our HR policies has to be there, our recruitment policy has to be there. That same management, the same government today is saying that there is no need for involving the workforce, involving the unions in deciding the policy. That's why challenges are going to be many. Technological challenges will come. More and more technological challenges will come. Even experts are saying big banks are no more required. Small banks are required to penetrate into the areas which has not been done. While Indian Overseas Bank is selling 11,500 crore NPS to the ARCs, your HD Financial Service, an arm of HDFC Bank, is coming out with an IPO of 12,000 crore. Please understand. A 12,000 crore IPO coming from HDB Financial Services, whereas Indian Overseas Bank is selling your 12,000 crores worth NPS to the ARCs. How this can happen? What is the need for the government to do that? Government believes in saying that minimum governance, minimum government, maximum governance like that, but it doesn't appear to be. Only they are constantly, continuously interfering in banks' affairs. They are giving directions. Even I can proudly say that today Union Bank staff welfare measure compared to anybody in the banking industry is the best because of our joint efforts in dealing with the management. What we are telling? भैया तो आदमी को तुम बुला रहे हो, मर्जर की बात हमारी साइज बढ़ गया है, 76,000 employees है, number of participants from union should be raised to minimum 4. 4 employees union के लिए भी दीजिए, 4 you give it to officers association also, so that 4 and 4, 8 people will sit there and discuss. What was the purpose of doing that? We did that with a purpose. We demanded that with a purpose, saying that Corporation Bank and Andhra Bank people can also be accommodated when we are going there so that proper discussion can take place. But management is not listening. Management is saying 2 is enough. We will decide. And today, many of the banks are struggling to come out with welfare measures. We have improved the welfare measures which were already there. Today, we have got good number of schemes applicable to all the employees. It is because of the joint efforts. That's why the challenges will be there. Challenges will also do. I know that in this triennial conference, you will be electing your next leaders also to guide you. We do not have anything. Democratic process is there, but only my appeal is don't allow the democracy to ridicule us. Democracy should strengthen your organization. Democracy should not weaken your organization. If democracy, in the name of democracy, if we are weakening ourselves, then it becomes easier for management to tackle us. So don't give that kind of a chance where democracy can ridicule us, ridicule at us. Democracy can weaken our organization. Use the democracy in such a way to keep the cohesiveness, keep the unity, keep your flock together, so that All India Union Bank Officers Federation continue to be guiding factor for days to come, not only in Union Bank, in the industry. As far as unity of people coming together, will come together. Even our office bearers meeting decided in Calcutta, we have decided to go jointly with IBOC. We will be fighting for certain issues. We have already listed out some 10 issues. One of the issues is interference of DFS has to be opposed. Appointment of workman director and work officer director has to be done. PLI scheme has to be opposed. Absorption of perquisite tax has to be done by the bank management itself. Like that, we have listed out the 10, 15 issues, and we are going to organize various campaigns across the country, and we will be jointly deciding. Comrade Rupam Roy is there. He has also tentatively announced some strike program. And my appeal to you is, if we strike together, the strike can be more successful and it can bring a lot of pressure on the management. But one final mantra is, there are challenges, there are issues, there are problems. But all these challenges, all these problems, all the issues, you have got only one tool in your hand, that is your organization. If your organization is not in shape, your organization is divided, your organization is not strengthened, then nobody can find any kind of solutions to even ordinary issues also. So tackling these issues, addressing these concerns, addressing the challenges can be only possible if unity is maintained. In that aspect, All India Union Bank Employees Association will stand together with you, and we will stand together to fight any kind of challenges which can come. And on behalf of All India Union Bank Employees Association, on behalf of AIBA, I wish all the success for your conference, and thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you, colleagues. Thank you.
Srinath to kindly felicitate Comrade N. Shanker. Thank you, Comrade N. Shankar, for such an elaborative and descriptive speech which you have given about the trade union, bank, the bank's functioning, and the struggles and our achievements. Next in turn is our Comrade Rupam Roy, the General Secretary of IBOC. Yes, you can clap. Though sir came, I was supposed to say a few things about him, but he came. But one thing I would say, last time when he came to Bangalore, he was wearing jeans t-shirt with an iPad. I said like, आप एक IT employee जैसे लग रहे हैं, but sir आज आप कुर्ते पैजामे में सुंदर नेता लग रहे हैं एकदम.
Thank you. मुझे फूल माला और नाम के आगे पीछे ऐसा पसंद नहीं है, so that's why what I know what you will tell. This is not required. Comrade Upendra Kumar, the President of the All India Union Bank Officers Federation. Comrade Srinath, the Working President. Comrade Balachandra, the President of All India Bank Officers Confederation, my elder brother, and also your General Secretary of All India Union Bank Officers Federation. Comrade N. Shankar, the General Secretary of All India Union Bank Employees Association, former leaders, and my dear comrades. It's a privilege for me to be here when you are holding your 25th annual General Body meeting. And I have been listening keenly to Comrade Balachandra and Comrade N. Shankar, where the issues that you are facing in your bank that were discussed in details, and the advantages and the success you have got by being together as the unit of the All India Bank Employees Association, and you being the part of the AIBOC, and being the major organization in your bank, representing 94% of the employees and the officers. What we had been demanding and what is happening in your bank, Comrade Balachandran was sharing with me on a regular basis when we had been to Bombay regularly during the wage negotiation process. And I'm really surprised to see the way in your bank, the toxic culture that was prevalent and the misbehavior that was going on, and the rights that you have earned over a period of time as a service condition, these are blatantly violated. The trade unions were not heard. And that on legitimate demands, both the organizations have come together. Now, perhaps your bank's management they have forgotten. They are not aware that your bank is a state as per Article 12 of the Constitution. I hope today's proceeding is on live. And for the understanding of the management, let me read out what is their responsibility. The 126th report of the Law Commission, it says that public sector undertaking functions under the control and direction of the government. And as such, they have no function in a manner, as such, they have to function in a manner expected from a state, even in its commercial sphere. The 145th report of the Law Commission on this subject, Article 12 of the Constitution and Public Sector Undertaking, it says, the constitutional mandate to the state is to protect the citizen, to live with human dignity echoed by apex court of this country is an unconditional promise that the polity owes to every citizen. Our Constitution imposes an obligation on the part of the state to protect the dignity of the individual at all places, including at the workplaces. The pledge in the preamble of our Constitution is to secure the fraternity assuring the dignity of the individual, which includes dignity of the employees at the workplace. Article 42 of the Constitution directs the state to make a provision for securing just and human condition of work at workplaces. Article 43 of the Constitution directs the state to secure conditions of work, ensuring a decent standard of life and full enjoyment of leisure and social and cultural opportunities by making a suitable legislation or in any other way. Thus, the state is under an obligation to make it possible for the employees to work in genuine and human conditions of work without any humiliation and harassment, in which their right to honor and dignity is not infringed. I hope your management understands that the Union Bank of India is a state as per Article 12 of the Constitution. अगर उन्हें ये पता चल जाएगा कि वो खुद स्टेट है, तो हमें कोई आंदोलन करने की जरूरत नहीं है. तो शर्म की बात है कि ट्रेड यूनियन को उनको रियलाइज करना पड़ता है. जैसे ट्रेड यूनियन, they are making them realize that you are failing in your responsibility, and I am sure, and that's in that way, both the trade unions, when they have gone for agitation, it should be an embarrassment for the management. It's a shameful thing that the state has not understood their responsibility, and you had been to the right path. आप जो आंदोलन कर रहे हो, you are on the right path, and you are trying to protect the character of the state, which would have been the responsibility of the management. Kudos to all the comrades of the Union Bank of India, both from the Employees Association and the Officers Federation, that you have tried to maintain the dignity of the state, that is Union Bank of India, has been enshrined in our Constitution. You are protecting what is there in the Constitution, and in that way, you are taking care of your mother, that is Union Bank of India. Where the mother is bleeding, you are kind enough to take care of the mother, because we may fight with each other, but the mother cannot bleed. I hope your leadership has explained in details the joint note, the benefits that has come to all the officers and the employees. Few points which I would like to bring to your kind notice. We have seen the earlier wage negotiation where we have some troubled times, many agitations we have seen, many strikes, many difference of opinion within the United Forum of Bank Union with the constituents. And after every wage negotiation, there were either criticism or appreciation, and the criticism were more. But honestly, when I see the social media as a whole, and when I meet the member, except for one thing, the employees and officers, they were more happy with the wage negotiation. And one thing I know that is in your heart, and everyone is, when they are looking at me or with Comrade Shanker or with Comrade Bala, you are asking only one thing: 5 day kab aayega? I know, except this, you are more or less with the wage negotiation, you are happy. Yesterday, one comrade from your organization, he asked me, he got me in the lift, कि सर रूपम दा एक बात पूछूं. हम लोग पूछिए, 5 day कब आ रहा है? मैं बोला मुझे अभी अभी ऑर्डर आया है कि मैं कल ही साइन कर दूं और परसों से आपका 5 डे लागू हो जाएगा. Because you have to understand, we have signed an agreement, the workmen and the officers, and if the agreement is not honored, again we have to make them realize the responsibility of a state, this time the government, and if our right that is protected by the constitution and the obligation of the state is not given, हमें सड़क पे उतरना होगा और हम उसके लिए उतर रहे हैं. और I am very happy that all the other unions, they have come together and we are going for a strike, and not only for a 5-day banking, because a 5-day banking शायद कॉमरेड शंकर और उनके लोगों के लिए बहुत ही आरामदायक हो, शनिवार रविवार को ऑफिस में आए, बट 5-day बैंकिंग आने के बाद हमारे आगे और भी स्ट्रगल होंगे कि on holidays, when our officers are called and forced to work on holidays, that also should be taken care of. So recruitment is also a very important thing which we have to take up. This agenda also we have taken up in our strike. Now coming back to the wage negotiation, I am very thankful that in the United Forum of the Bank Unions, we all have come together and we were all for the common cause, and I am thankful to Comrade Bandlesh, Comrade C.H. Venkatachalam and other constituents of the United Forum of the Bank Unions, where in the meeting in the month of December in 2022, my first meeting in the UOB as an IBOC General Secretary, when they said, when Comrade Bala was also there alongside, that mandate cannot be an issue of the officers. Mandate should be the issue of the United Forum of the Bank Unions. That is the statement given by Comrade C.H. Venkatachalam. And from there we have not looked back. There was never an issue which was of the officers, or there was never an issue which was for the workmen. And today the unity, that the way the two organizations are coming together in Union Bank, I am thankful to All India Bank Employees Association. The foundation stone was laid in that UFU meeting when the statement was given from the workmen that it cannot be an issue of the officer. And I am very thankful that today we are moving together, because we have to understand the challenge today is not against me or you. The challenge is collective. The challenge is the public sector. The challenge is and you as the trade unions in your bank, or be part of the AIBOC or All India or United Forum of Bank Unions. We are the soldiers for these 8 lakh employees and the officers that are in the banking sector. Their interests we have to take care, and for that we have to come together. There cannot be any color, red, green, saffron or whatever. The color is only one, where the blood and sweat is measured of our employees and officers with which they have built this bank, that employees and officers and the family members should be protected. Now, the mandate was also very fractured mandate. This time also the management, they gave up to scale 3. And without a strike, without going for agitation, how we got the mandate even up to scale 8. Subsequently, between the associations and the management, we negotiated, okay, up to 7 we'll go ahead. How it has come? Because many things has not come to the fore, and you sometimes think, or memberships sometimes think, that it is the magnanimity of the management that they have given the mandate up to the scale 7 or up to the scale 8. We have to do few things which draws the attention of the government, that why these two big unions, AIBOC and AIBA, they are coming together. And it is the interest for all of you that we have come together, because we understand there cannot be any ego. A leader cannot have an ego. A leader's ego is the safety, security and the well-being of his member. And beyond that, a leader cannot have an ego. And for that matter, both the organization, we have come together. We have come together for you who are representing and taking care of all our employees and officers. And take it from me, in the days to come, the struggle will be more, and our coming together will be more required, not only for us, for our employees and the officers, for their benefit, and the future generation that is going to serve this bank and keep the public sector space and increase its market share. Now, during the wage negotiation, many people questioned that we got a load of 3%. In the social media, many things comes up. And because many things cannot be explained over Facebook, Twitter, or by issuing a circular. So that 3% of load, let me remind to all of you, that load where it is required, the load is required, because otherwise the 17% what you have got, that has been distributed in the pay slip. It may be a pay component, or it has made as a special allowance where you don't have any superannuation benefit. For that matter, we want more load in our pay component but we must understand that pay component is more required for the superannuation benefit, where the 50% of last drawn pay will be the pension. But today we have around 65% of our employees and officers who are under the new pension scheme or national pension scheme, and 35% of them are under the old pension scheme. And by the next wage negotiation, 82% of our employees and officers, they will be under the national pension scheme, and 18% of the employees and officers will be under the old pension scheme. Although as a union, we are confident that all our employees and officers who are under the NPS, they will be in the OPS. That is our demand, and we are going to accomplish it in the days to come. Because already the government of India, they have come up with a UPS. पहले तो अंधेरा था, because हम न्यू पेंशन स्कीम को हम नो पेंशन स्कीम बोलते थे कि उसमें कितना बेनिफिट आएगा हमें मालूम नहीं, इसलिए हम उसे कहते थे इस इज नो पेंशन स्कीम. पहले अंधेरा था, अब सरकार ने एक यूपीएस लेके आया है, शायद वो 15 मिनट का बैकअप दे दे, लेकिन हमें वो यूपीएस भी मंजूर नहीं है. हम ओल्ड पेंशन स्कीम चाहते हैं सबके लिए, उसके लिए हम फाइट करेंगे, अब सड़कों पे उतरेंगे. बिकॉज एक बात इस जनता को, देश के जनता को और सरकार को जानना जरूरी है कि हम अगर एक पैसा भी लेते हैं वो अपने कमाई से लेते हैं. हमारे पैसे के वही बाहर से टैक्स पेयर मनी से हम अपना सैलरी नहीं लेते हैं. इसीलिए अगर हमारे बैंकिंग सेक्टर अगर हमें न्यू पेंशन स्कीम दे सकती है तो इस सरकार बीच में ना आए, और ओल्ड पेंशन स्कीम दे सकती है तो ओल्ड पेंशन स्कीम को लागू किया जाए और हमारा संग्राम आगे चलेगा ऑन द ओल्ड पेंशन स्कीम. सो कमिंग बैक टू द लोड, वी हैव गॉट 3% लोड, but in effect we got 3.2% load because of the calculation you can see. And when the DA is 30.38% of DA is merged on that, it became 4%. Along with that, you have got in the officers cadre, you have gotten CIB increment, or those who have reached this stagnation, they have gotten PQP. It has an impact of load in your pay component somewhere around 3%. And when the DA is merged, it will be somewhere near to 4%. In addition to that, up to scale 3, you have got 2 stagnation increment, and from scale 4 to scale 7, our officers have got 3 stagnation increment. That has also an impact of from 8 to 12, 10% of the load on that. If you add it up, our officers on an average, they have got 16 to 18% of the load, which during superannuation, those who are in the senior scale, they will understand. And load is required so that your pension is, superannuation benefit is sufficient enough. So in that way, the load component was also not so less. People compare that in LICI, we get this kind of a load. We compare with so many organizations, this comparison is there. We must understand the banking sector is quite different from the insurance sector. In our banking sector, we must appreciate that an employee who has joined as a clerk somewhere in 2009, I have seen in my bank, in State Bank of India, they have become chief manager by 2020. The salary they were drawing in 2009, somewhere around 8,000 something, by 2020, it has become 2 lakh rupees. The same thing will not happen in LICI, that someone joining as a clerk in 2009, and he will reach the equivalent scale of scale 4 in LICI by 10 or 12 years. So the migration of scale is so huge that the wage bill goes up in the banking sector. That also we should take into account. So we can compare between the comparables. We cannot compare with the other sector. This is an area where this is a thought that we should seriously ponder, that it is that what kind of a benefit or the salary hike over a period of time on promotion in the public sector bank that is available. And I'm very happy that this time, apart from the salary revision, there are many anomalies in the fitment that has been taken care of in our bank. Earlier, a clerk from being promoted to clerical cadre, the officers cadre, if they are drawing 65,000 basic pay in the clerical cadre, on promotion to the officers cadre in scale 1, their basic pay used to come down to 63,000. And the management said there is the regulation 5B that comes into effect. And I had to put it up before the management through a presentation. That what is regulation 5B? The regulation 5B says that if an employee is under suspension, 1, or a major penalty is drawn, proceeding is drawn against the employee, or number 3, if there is an adverse remark against the employee which has been conveyed to the employee, then regulation 5B comes into effect. I told the management from the All India Bank Officers Confederation that if these 3 conditions are fulfilled, whether you are going to promote an employee from clerical cadre to the officers cadre, or from officers from one scale to the another, the answer is no. And in such cases, why it comes between a fitment formula. So this was taken into account. And then I also requested that every wage negotiation in 1992, when we signed the wage negotiation in 95, which was effective 92, the fitment formula came in 7. 97 we signed in 2000, the fitment formula came in 2002. 2 we signed in 5, the fitment formula came in 2007. 7 we signed in 10, it came in 12, the fitment formula.
12 we signed the negotiation, 15 it came in 17, 17 we signed in 20, the wage negotiation, the fitment formula came in 22. I'm very happy that 22 wage negotiation we signed in 24 and fitment formula came in 24 itself. So that was also my demand that there should not be, the thing should be made simple and the fitment formula has come. I'm very happy that this wage negotiation has also given the officers what? Regulated working hour. Do you agree? You don't agree, right? Let me explain to you. You have half-day CL, like our comrade Shanker, he has got for his member through their union. Now the officers, we also have a half-day CL. As you know, our service condition says that we should be available to the bank 24/7. So our half-day in effect would have been 12 hours. So if I am the passing officer in a branch and Comrade Bala is the branch manager, I will put up an application, sir, today I will not come from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. in the night. You kindly deduct half day. And at 10 p.m. I will come in, sir, shutter to band tha, main ghus nahi paya andar. Ye ho sakta hai kya? So when your half day will be decided as a 4 hours or 3.5 hours, whatever it may be, your full day is now defined as 8 hours. That also you should kindly take note of it. So in the days to come, the officers also have a regulated working hour, but it is not like that, because as an officer, I have a responsibility as a branch manager. I will leave the branch and come. But somewhere we have also brought a right that beyond 8 hours, if you are calling us, then you should also take note of that. That also you should take into account. For the women, our comrades, so many benefits. Even the IVF treatment is considered under maternity leave. I'm very happy the wage negotiation signed on the International Women's Day. And menstrual leave that we had been so long demanding, this has also taken shape in the form that all women employees, they will be allowed to take 1 day sick leave without production of any medical certificate. So many things in the wage negotiation, and there are around 60-70 benefits. I don't want to go deep into those benefits. But these benefits, many of our retired people, senior comrades, our leaders, they say, Rupam, this is the best wage negotiation. And kudos to your leadership. Let me tell you very frankly and honestly, there was nothing from my side as a leader. It was only because of the unity between the unions, that the 3 major unions which made us clinch this kind of a wage negotiation. There is nothing I take away from here. It is because of the unity that has given up so much of things without a single day strike. That when Comrade Sinath, he used to go and say, Dada, ye nahi hai, ye galat karo, this, that. He will always question me. Comrade Bala was there in the wage. Comrade Nilesh Pawar from this one, Bank of India. These people are from State Bank. So many people were there. And in the calculation, and then when they see the calculation, sometimes we said, okay, they also get satisfied. So it was a very team game from all of us across the country that we have worked, because earlier the thing was people from State Bank of India, they used to, and somewhere in Bangalore, Comrade Muthuswamy used to help. But this time I tried to see that it is an IBOC affair. From all the banks, we try to see that people come and they join. Nothing is hidden. Everything was made transparent. And we were very frankly and openly sharing with Comrade CHB, Comrade Bandlis. They were sharing with us, which was not there earlier. Even the IBA was saying, no, ye aapko nahi dikha sakte this, but hum log apne andar mein we are sharing this thing, and because it is ultimately for you. I'm so happy that that all of us, that trust was built, and with that we have concluded the process. There were many things which we would have achieved more, and because you have to understand that things were going very nicely. And suddenly it was the election result somewhere that on 3rd of December, the state results, they came out, and the party in power, they done exceedingly well. And then the next Lok Sabha result was about to be declared. And somewhere I feel the priority that was there to finish it up, they thought that it may be after the election is over. From the United Forum of the Bank Unions, from the AIBOC, we said, no, let us wait, and after the election we sign the agreement. And we wait for it because we wanted the 5-day banking should come with that. But on that fine day, on 7th of December, when the IBA gave an offer that 7,68,000 pensioners, for them also we are trying to do something. There is something you just cannot say no, and you come out of the wage negotiation, because today whatever we are enjoying here, we are having such a grand program here, and back whatever benefits we have, it is because of all our former our employees and the officers, those who have worked and built this bank, that benefits today we are we are today enjoying. And we must work for them, because in future, our focus should be more on the officers and the employees who are under the NPS. As I said, by the next wage negotiation, 82% of the employees will be under NPS. So we must take care of the pension updation also for the retirees. So some improvements we have made. Ex gratia, I know that ex gratia is not the solution for the updation of the pension. That's why we have written from the United from our former bank unions, without any prejudice to our demand of the updation, because we wanted to know or crystallize that what is the total cost of that updation. That's why we wanted something to be given so that we get the exact figure. So we are very happy that this is also around 7,68,000 pensioners and their family members. They have also got some benefit. So with that, we have signed the wage negotiation. So during the wage negotiation, as I said, we had been transparently sharing so many things with each other, and there was nothing hidden in between. That was also cause of concern for many people. But at the end of the day, unity wins, and we are happy. Now, comrade, I know what are the questions in your mind. दिमाग में क्या है आपके कि हमें 5 दिन कब मिलेगा? आपके दिमाग में है कि हमें how we can have a happy or non-toxic work environment. How we feel that there is a transparency in this system when you work in the bank. You sometimes feel that things are not transparent. Down the line, your membership may ask you many questions on many things which you may not answer. So on the 5-day banking, as I said, we are going on agitation because we have waited. Last time also in 2015, when the unions and the association, they have signed an agreement. 5-day banking was implemented within, I think, around September in 2015. This time we also expected that it will be implemented, but we are now seeing no signs from the side of the government, no positive signal. We tried our best. We have approached different stakeholders in the process, and now we have decided that we will go on agitation. The All India Bank Officers Confederation on the 12th of November, it has decided that it will go on agitation. But we wanted the other unions of the UFBU, they should come together. We had been in constant touch with them. We have written letter to them. And I'm very happy that after I took a decision on this strike call, all the unions, they are coming together. The first, number one, is that we want adequate recruitment in the public sector banks. Because we must understand today, we have seen, if you see from the officers' context, there is hardly any messenger in the branches. And our officers, they are doing the duty of the messengers. They are carrying the vouchers from one counter to another, which hurts the dignity of an officer. That should not be allowed in the banking system. We should have the messenger. And where we have employed outsource and kind of a risk we are exposed to, and so many frauds happening, and ultimately it is the officer who is victimized because of so many cases, that charges that is happening, and for that we are not responsible. So recruitment should be adequate. We must understand that in a branch, when a branch manager and a clerk is there, and in the absence of a messenger or a guard, the branch manager cannot tell the clerk to raise the shutter. It is the branch manager who will raise the shutter. So in that way, his dignity is also hurt, so adequate recruitment should be done. The Khandelwal Committee recommendation says that initially, earlier we had 1:3 ratio in the ratio of officer is to clerk. And because of the recommendation that today, in many banks, including your bank, I am not sure, maybe the clerk to officer ratio will be the clerk, maybe 50% of the total number of officers. So, and the officer, he is an officer, okay, he has to work for the bank. And it says they are the supervisory cadre. Now you tell me who they will supervise. Whether they are left to supervise the outsourced employees. So the educated manpower is the requirement. I'm very thankful to State Bank of India for that kind of a recruitment that it has come up with. At least in State Bank of India, we have a 1:1 ratio. And in State Bank of India, I'm also thankful that in all the other banks, they should also start, that they are seriously trying to see that there is no toxic culture in the bank. And they are continuously in dialogue with the association, the unions, to find out the ways and means so that our bank becomes a happy place to work in. And in that way, a dialogue is there, and in all the banks, the dialogue should be there. Next is, the process should be transparent. And so many directives have come from the DFS. Comrade Shanker has talked about a few things. But I want to tell you one very dangerous thing that has come. The PLI that has come, many of our comrades, they feel it should be brought down. From scale 1, it should be from scale 1 to all the scale up to scale 7, because EDs they were getting earlier also, MDs. Now from our workmen employees, they may think that it should be for the clerical staff also. I feel the incentive should be for all, but not the incentive that has been advised by the DFS. If you have seen this circular, kindly revisit this circular again there they say 80% of the total workforce in that particular grade will only be getting incentive. 20% of them you have to be graded as a 0. They will not get incentive. They are putting a cap. And you have to see the another instruction that has come from the DFS, which says to retire employees in the officer after attaining an age on public interest. You have seen that circular also, that after attaining 55 or 58, and in some case 50, they have been quoting, which I feel is wrongly quoted. Anyway, at an age, which is part of our service, DFS is continuously asking for the data from the public sector bank. And in maybe many of the banks, the data may be nil reporting. Now in future, they will not ask for the data. They say that 20% of the people who have not qualified for the incentive, that means they are not performing. So there is a possibility that 20% of the people, out of them, the number that has attained that particular age, they may not be continued in the bank. And within 5 years' time, you will find that 100% of your colleagues, they are not in the system. If someone feels that today I am the blue-eyed boy of the management, it is for a very limited period. If someone feels today I am very efficient, and I am the only efficient person here, I will always be efficient. We have seen all our senior people, be it in the management or in the association, they know that every human being, they have a capacity to perform, and there will be ups and downs, not only in the bank, but in his personal life, with his health also. And collectively, we grow. That's why the unions and association had been advocating for the incentive based on the performance of the bank. It should be given to all the employees. So that PLI, and in conjunction with the extension, that circular, that the retiring bank officers and the employees on public interest should be seen in conjunction. Then only you will understand that this is not good for the employees. If it's extended to 100% of the employees, if the bank is performing and 100% of the employees are getting the incentive in whatever form, maybe a different scale, someone is getting 70% in some banks are giving 50%, some banks are giving 60% based on the performance of the bank. We are okay with that kind of a PLI which is extended to all the employees, but we are totally against of the PLI where a percentage of the employees, the DFS is instructing that they should be excluded, because we must understand that for any process for any process which infringes, for any process in the bank which infringes your right to life, because if you are forcefully retired, your salary, your income will come down because of the pension, where you have more obligations to meet in the coming days. It is impacting your right to decent living. And right to life is within the meaning of Article 21 of the Constitution. Right to decent living is also falls within the meaning of right to life. A bank or a government cannot infringe to my right to life by just issuing a circular, forcibly saying 20% will be non-performer, and then you say don't extend. Your PLI mechanism has to be scientific, because in a 100-meter race, there is every possibility that all of us may come first, scientifically. Scientifically, you cannot say that only 30% will come first. हमें याद आता है, हम कभी वीडियो देखते हैं कि अफगानिस्तान के एक खिलाड़ी दौड़ रहे हैं और सब दौड़ रहे थे, बंदूक से सबको गोली करके लास्ट में बंदूक लेके बोला था कि मैं फर्स्ट हूँ. ऐसा ही आपका सर्कुलर जो आया है, उसमें बोला जा रहा है कि only few numbers will be toppers and the rest of the things people will be taken to task. We are also putting up all the residual issues with the IBA discussion, and also the perquisite issue which we have been discussing in the AIBOC. I saw the AIBA circular, they are also pushing for the perquisite issue. We are also exploring that the perquisite tax should be borne by the bank. We have requested different management, and we will be also exploring the legal recourse to that. And we had been telling, अगर perquisite लगाना है, अगर आप public rate पे perquisite लगा रहे हो, तो kindly take the public rate at which the corporates are given loan. हम जो big corporates है, जो Ambani's, Adani's and Tata's and Birla's, उनको आप 4% पे जो interest पे loan दे रहे हो, उस rate पे हमें लगाओ तो हमें आएगा ही नहीं. और आप देखोगे different organizations, if you are working in the ONGC or in the Oil India or in the different sector, in the railway you are given so many free passes. If you are working in the Oil India, you are given so many liters of petrol and diesel free. You are working in the ONGC, so many units of gas free. You are working with the organization Air India, you are getting some facilities. Here in the banking system, we are working with the deposit advances. हमें कुछ interest rate कम दिया जा रहा है, वो भी rate, हालांकि हमारा interest rate simple है, उनका compound है, फिर भी our interest rate is more than the interest rate that is levied to many corporates. And after the write-off, employees के एक भी account write-off आप दिखा दो, इवन जो मर जाते हैं उनका भी इंश्योरेंस से हम कवरेज करते हैं. देयर इज नो राइट ऑफ एंड 100% इट इज सिक्योर्ड. वहां पे भी अगर परक्विजिट टैक्स सरकार को देना पड़े, आई वुड लाइक टू से दैट रिक्वेस्ट ऑल द मैनेजमेंट टू एब्जॉर्ब इट, बिकॉज इट इज द फ्रूट. वी आर टेकिंग द फ्रूट दैट our organization where we're working from there, the business that we're doing, that particular thing which is given to the another sector as a benefit to their employees, on that we should not be taxed. और बाकी सारे मुद्दे जितने भी है, attack on the bankers, on this we are going to seriously take up all these agenda that we have put up, and we also like to see that the public sector bank, they are allowed to work independently. ऐसे कोई draconian circular जो है PLI और extension नहीं देने का, लोगों को compulsory retirement का, ऐसा interference by the DFS, we the unions and the association are not going to accept, and we are going for an all-out agitation on this, including 5-day banking. I am sure that with your collective support, the strike will be successful, and the government will understand the requirement, and the management will also ensure that the right kind of a behavior with the employees and the officers, and also the unions are heard, and bilateralism, it prevails in the banking industry. I thank to the organizers for inviting me, and before I wind up, because this is the last triennial conference for my elder brother, my president, and the General Secretary of All India Union Bank Officers Federation, just I want to tell one line, my experience: transparency, peace, unconditional love and support. 3 चीज, which I got. And ऐसा है ना कि वो बहुत अलग पीस है. कभी sometimes I think अरे हमने प्रेसिडेंट को बोला नहीं ये बात. I think so many things, and I have talked with someone. I call him, दादा ये भूल गया है, कोई बात नहीं, तुम ठीक किया ना, चलो आगे बढ़ो. So that kind of an comfort, but his observation, sometimes I think I am the right person, I am doing something, hey, तुम गलत है, but in public नहीं, अकेले बुला के मुझे डाटा भी है. He shouted on me, no, you are wrong. Okay दादा, done. So that within the room में मुझे जो करना था किया, and in that way whatever today I am, I owe a lot to him. वो बहुत उन्होंने बहुत किया मेरे लिए. And सबसे बाकी वो कोर टू कोर ईमानदार आदमी है, बहुत ट्रांसपेरेंट है. हम बोलते हैं स्पोर्ट्समैन स्पिरिट, सच में एज ए स्पोर्ट्समैन यू हैव शोन. आई एम सो थैंकफुल फॉर हिज सपोर्ट. एंड वी समटाइम हियर कि आप लोगों को डीएफएस से भी या अपने बैंक मैनेजमेंट से भी कुछ प्रॉब्लम डिफरेंट सेक्टर में बाकी यूनियन से आप लोगों को होता है इन द ऑफिसर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. एआईबीओसी विल स्टैंड विथ यू. कुछ नहीं कर सकता आपको. द यूनाइटेड यूनियन बैंक में जैसे आप लोग एक साथ हो, आप लोग एक साथ रहोगे और आप लोगों को कोई कुछ बाका भी नहीं कर सकता है. पूरा इंडस्ट्री में हम स्ट्राइक कर देंगे आपके ऊपर, कोई भी उंगली उठा के देखे. दिस इज माय एश्योरेंस. थैंक यू सो मच.
I request Comrade Balchandra, Comrade Srinath, and Comrade Upendra to kindly felicitate Comrade Rupam Roy. Comrade Upendra, kindly join the stage. We also here joined by our former General Secretary Chhattisgarh Unit, Comrade P.K. Singha. I request you to kindly come to the dais. Would like to felicitate you. Thank you. Thank you, Comrade Rupam Roy, for a wonderful speech. As always, you touch upon all the points that everyone is looking for, wanting to listen, wanting to understand. We once again thank Comrade Rupam Roy for his deliberations. So the next in line, allow me to welcome him in Malayalam. Okay. Our General Secretary, his transparency, he said that it is one country, one union, hum ek hai. So I will welcome him in Hindi. हम सबके भाई और हम सबके चहेता, एक बार जोरदार तालियों के साथ स्वागत करें वर्किंग प्रेसिडेंट कॉमरेड श्रीनाथ इंदुचूड़न।
कॉमरेड श्रीनाथ जिंदाबाद, कॉमरेड श्रीनाथ, कॉमरेड श्रीनाथ जिंदाबाद, कॉमरेड श्रीनाथ जिंदाबाद, हमारी एकता जिंदाबाद, कॉमरेड श्रीनाथ लाल सलाम, कॉमरेड श्रीनाथ लाल सलाम, कॉमरेड श्रीनाथ जिंदाबाद, 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 कॉमरेड श्रीनाथ मार्च ऑन, कॉमरेड श्रीनाथ जिंदाबाद, 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 कॉमरेड श्रीनाथ मार्च ऑन, कॉमरेड श्रीनाथ मार्च ऑन।
Please allow him to speak. Please allow him to speak. Please allow him to speak. Otherwise, we are already behind the schedule. We are already behind the schedule. We are already behind the schedule. Please, please, we are already behind the schedule by 1 hour. Please, please allow him to speak. Please, thank you.
Respected dignitaries, the Honorable General Secretary of All India Bank Officers Confederation, Rupam Da, my comrade, the General Secretary of All India Union Bank Employees Association, Comrade N. Shanker, the retired stalwart leaders from across the country who have come here to bless us in this occasion of the 25th Triennial General Council of All India Union Bank Officers Federation. The President of All India Bank Officers Confederation, the General Secretary of All India Union Bank Officers Federation, my dear Bala sir, the Vice President of All India Bank Officers Confederation, and the President of All India Union Bank Officers Federation, the most respected Upendra sir, my comrades who have assembled here from across the nook and corners of the country, from north to south, east to west, and from the northeast, I request each and every one of you to please give me a few minutes of your precious time in this 25th Triennial General Council. Before I start my deliberation, after 3 long months of continuous negotiations by the General Secretary of All India Union Bank Officers Federation, finally, on 11th January 2025, we have decided to hold the elections in the 25th Triennial General Council. On that day, I called Anugna, the daughter of Comrade NVS. She was in USA. I told her that your father has united us when he was alive. And I understand, and I wish, and I hope that he is with you, only you. And he will again unite us. So I'll start my deliberation giving tribute to Comrade NVS sir, who has united All India Union Bank Officers Federation at the time of merger in 2021. Only because of him, this federation is alive now. I also remember the contributions of Comrade Sridhar. He was the working president of All India Union Bank Officers and Federation, you should understand. When all the forces were trying to divide us, we had no option, but we had to poach the membership of a particular e-bank because we understand that the apolitical forum, what we have here, give us the right of freedom and speech and expression where you are not restrained from speaking out your political views. But when we are a partisan, when we have built up our organization from the scratches on the apolitical ideology, we were never accepting the fact that somebody is going to some political faction. When we approached the leaders of E-Corporation Bank, Sridhar sir came forward and he joined us. He became the working president of All India Union Bank Officers Federation. And he has contributed a lot in bringing members from the other political faction to All India Bank Officers Confederation. We are holding the 25th Triennial General Council, paying tribute to these two great leaders, Comrade NVS sir and Comrade Sridhar sir. I wish to start my deliberation with 1 minute silence for these two souls. I please request everyone to give a standing ovation to these two souls who have contributed to the blood and life of this great organization. Thank you. Comrades, from December 7th, we are trying our level best to break the political narratives that has been spread across the country in All India Union Bank Officers Federation. I was advised by so many people that we should give tribute to NVS. We have planned so many things. He left us at the age of 62 years. We thought that we will plant 62 trees across the country. I got so many other advices also. But I told that the most befitting advice, the most befitting tribute to NVS is to unite the All India Union Bank Officers Federation under the banner of All India Union Bank Officers Federation. The 38,000 officers, it was his dream that 38,000 officers will unite under the banner of All India Union Bank Officers Federation. And today I am giving that tribute to N.V. Satyanarayana sir, by withdrawing my president candidate from Team Yuva, and I am declaring here that there will be no contest for president. This is a befitting tribute what I can give to Comrade N.V. sir, and it is a political statement that is going to unite the All India Union Bank Officers Federation. Suraj, on behalf of me, Rajkumar, the first bouquet to my president, All India Union Bank Officers Federation. Is having a BCG, why our federation is not having a BCG? क्यों नहीं भाई? सवाल पूछो ना आप लोग इधर क्यों आया है? आप लोग इधर आया है डेलीगेट बनके. You are the delegate who are representing 38,000 officers. And मैं आपको बता रहा हूं, I am also a delegate. हर 3 साल हम इधर आएंगे आपके सामने. नेता नहीं, आम इंसान बनके आपके सामने आएंगे और आपसे बात करेंगे. एक डेलीगेट बनके आपसे बात कर रहा हूं मैं. अगला 3 साल के बाद भी मैं आऊंगा. फेडरेशन अच्छा होना है तो यू ट्राई टू मेक योर लीडर्स अकाउंटेबल फर्स्ट.
Please.
See, every time when I give the speech, I tell the same thing. Politics के बिना कुछ नहीं है. If you are believing yourself, and if something is being fed on your brain, that in our country we can be apolitical, we cannot be apolitical. I am telling you, we can only be a partisan. We can only be a partisan. लेकिन politics और trade union बहुत different है. वो अलग अलग चीज है. पॉलिटिक्स में हम लोगों को कुछ भी बोल के उल्लू बना सकता है, लेकिन ट्रेड यूनियन में आप कोशिश करेगा, एक ना एक दिन सच्चाई सामने आ जाएगा. एक ना एक दिन सच्चाई सामने आ जाएगा. हर स्पीच में मैं जब बात करने के लिए जाएगा, तो आई गो विथ सम पॉइंट कि व्हाट शुड बी द क्रक्स ऑफ माय स्पीच. टुडे आई एम कमिंग बिफोर यू, टुडे आई एम हियर बिफोर यू टू स्पीक about my dream federation. The dream federation I have envisaged. I have discussed with each and every general secretary of the 23 affiliates. आप ये देख रहे हैं लोगो? लोगो क्या है? What is this logo? You understand this logo? ये लोगो में जो दिख रहा है, हाथ पकड़ के 23 लोग हैं. गिनो, गिन के देखो आप. 23 यूनिट है. वो 23 यूनिट एक साथ हाथ मिलके काम करना है, हाथ मिलके. मैं आपको बोल रहा हूं, there are 100 reasons to divide us, but we have only one reason to be united, and that is All India Union Bank Officers Federation. There are 100 reasons. There are 100 reasons to give a political divide, but there is only one reason to be united, and that is All India Union Bank Officers Federation. मैं आपको बता रहा हूं. बैंक इज अ प्रोफेशनल एंटिटी. सारे समय हमें यही बताता गया कि फ्रॉम 2014 आई एम द की ऑफिस बेरर ऑफ द फेडरेशन. फ्रॉम 2014 I have attended almost 50 central ER meetings. From 2014 I have been a part of the turnaround plan of Union Bank of India, when the central government declared that Union Bank of India is a loss-making bank and we are going to impose PCA, prompt corrective action. उस समय turnaround plan का discussion था. I was a party to the turnaround plan of Union Bank of India. I have been a party to the numerous small committees shaping different policies. मैं आपको यही बताना चाहता हूं कि as a part of these policies, I understood that management has a BCG. Management is very professional, and so we should also be very much professional in leading this All India Union Bank Officers Federation. If you are not professionally leading this All India Union Bank Officers Federation, then today or tomorrow, this federation will be mortgaged before the management. आवाज उठाने के लिए एक भी आदमी नहीं रहेगा आपके साथ. आज 2020-21 बैच के लिए जो हो रहा है, जो लोग 1000 किलोमीटर बाहर पड़ा है, उसके पास आके यही बोलेगा कि आओ सनम जाओ सनम। कल आपके पास भी आके लोग बोलेगा कि जाओ सनम। वो लोगों को कभी वापस घर नहीं आना है। 2020-21 बैच को वापस लेके आना है। सब लोगों को मैं यही बता रहा हूं, सब लोगों को मैं यही बता रहा हूं कि if you want to take 2020-21 batch, then we should also be professionally managing the All India Union Bank Officers Federation. सारे जोन से, सारे रीजन से हर एक रिप्रेजेंटेटिव ऑल इंडिया यूनियन बैंक ऑफिसर्स फेडरेशन का सेंट्रल कमेटी में होना चाहिए। सारे रीजन से, सारे जोन से we should have the representatives in All India Union Bank Officers Federation. And I am telling you, one thing, I am going to finish this speech क्योंकि अभी मुझे लग रहा है कि now I should wind up the speech with a little story. Every time when I wind up my speech, I give you a story. Everywhere I give some story. But आज के दिन पे मैं आपसे ये स्टोरी बोलने वाला हूं that is very much relevant to this present situation. There was a wise man, or you can call him a saint or a Sadguru. He was very wise. सब लोग उसको मानता था। एक अभी जो गूगल है ना, गूगल की तरह एक स्वामी जी। अभी गूगल के पास सबका आंसर रहता है और स्वामी जी के पास भी सबका आंसर रहता है। So Swamiji became famous. Swamiji became famous among the villagers. Lakhs and lakhs of people started knowing Swamiji, and a few people started getting jealous. And one among the person went to that Swamiji to prove that Swamiji is wrong. तो जाने के समय पे वो एक बटरफ्लाई को, तितली बोलता है ना, तितली को हाथ में पकड़ लिया। लाइव बटरफ्लाई मुट्ठी बंद करके गया, ऐसे गया स्वामी के पास। और उधर स्वामी के पास बहुत लोग था, वो लोग क्वेश्चंस के आंसर्स सुन रहा था। सो ही वेटेड पेशेंटली। सारे लोग था, ह्यूज ऑडियंस। सो ही थॉट दैट ओके, आज मैं स्वामी को गलत प्रूव करेगा। सारे लोगों के सामने उसका टाइम आ गया। वो स्वामी जी के पास गया और बोला कि देखिए स्वामी जी, मेरे मुट्ठी के अंदर एक तितली है। आपके पास सब सवाल का जवाब होता है ना, आप बता दीजिए कि वेदर दिस बटरफ्लाई इज लाइव और डेड। तो फंस गया स्वामी जी। स्वामी जी बोलेगा कि बटरफ्लाई लाइव है, so he will squash the butterfly and show him that it is dead. But if the butterfly is, Swami ji bolega ki it is dead, then he will just release his hands and the butterfly will fly alive. So phas gaya. You know what is the reply Swami ji has given? Beta, बटरफ्लाई का जीना या मरना आपके हाथ में है। कॉमरेड्स, ट्रेड यूनियन जीना है या मरना है वो आप ही के हाथों में है। मैं इतना बोल के मैं मेरा वाणी का विराम करता हूं। हे इंकुलाब जिंदाबाद, हे इंकुलाब जिंदाबाद, एयूबीएफ जिंदाबाद, एबीएससी जिंदाबाद, आवर यूनिटी जिंदाबाद, एयूबीएफ जिंदाबाद, हे इंकुलाब जिंदाबाद, हे इंकुलाब, हे इंकुलाब, हे इंकुलाब जिंदाबाद।
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Now we are breaking for lunch. We'll reassemble. Now it is 2:15. We'll reassemble. Everybody is requested to go to terrace. There will be lunch arranged We are breaking for lunch. We'll reassemble at exact 3:15. Please be here. Maintain the timings. Yeah, 3:15. 3 baje 15 minute. 3:15. We are breaking for lunch. Please have a good lunch. We are breaking for lunch. Please be here at 3:15. 3:15. Everybody is requested to go to terrace. Terrace.
All comrades are requested to kindly proceed to terrace for the lunch. We all will be reassembling here for the delegate session exactly around 3:15. हेलो सभी कॉमरेड से निवेदन है कि 3:15 3:15 पर सभी यहाँ पे वापस आ जाएं। 3:15 3:15। Hello. May I have your attention, all comrades? There is an important announcement. Yeah. So we are joined here by the hotel management, and they wish to give certain instructions and information. I request all the comrades to kindly listen to them carefully. Sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Syed. I'm the safety security in charge of this hotel. I just came here to give you some important notification about yesterday and in the middle of this election. Last night we have faced many issues regarding guests going and knocking other room guest doors and everything. So we have handled last night issues. But today in the middle of this election, I request everyone to maintain the decorum of the hotel rules and regulation and the dignity of the Union Bank as well. And I request everyone to conduct the election peacefully. If you have any discussions or anything, you can conduct it peacefully. And if any situation arises and if it is out of control, we'll be stopping the elections then and there. If any situations are there which we also cannot handle, we have local authorities, police also are there, they will get involved. So I request everyone to be peaceful and conduct the election peacefully. Thank you.
Yeah. I once again repeat, as you all are aware, that this is a private property and there are other guests also who are staying in this hotel. And last night, because of our celebratory mode, there were certain disturbance which happened to those guests also who have complained. And hence, the hotel management, also the police authorities are present here. They have also requested that any kind of celebration must happen only inside this hall. Once we are moving outside the hall, we should silently proceed to our rooms. No celebration should happen outside the venue. Another thing is, we know that it is an election scenario. There may be arguments and all, but please ensure that you are not damaging any of the hotel properties. It's a humble request. We all are guests here, and we should leave this premises on a positive note. And hence, please do not damage any of the hotel properties and maintain the decorum outside this hall whenever you are leaving to the hall. Thank you so much. Thank you. You want to say something? Yes, yeah, please.
I'm sorry, I'm coming again to explain another situation last evening which was there. At the time of nomination, we saw that everyone gathered and they were shouting. So the other guests which are staying with us, they have raised many complaints. We have handled it yesterday, but if same thing goes on today, so my police will be involved in this, and we have to take strict actions against them. So I request everyone to conduct the elections peacefully. And for any assistance, we are there, my hotel team is there. But if any situation arises or anything is there which is getting out of control, then it will be taken over by the police. Thank you.
Well, so we'll ensure that it doesn't happen. Let's move on to the second session, which is the delegate session. And to start, let us give a huge round of applause and welcome our President, Comrade Upendra Kumar, our General Secretary, Comrade Balachandra, our Working President, Comrade Srinath, over to the dais. Now I request Comrade Upendra Kumar to read out the notice and give the presidential address. तालियां बज सकती हैं.
Thank you, Suraj ji. Good evening, comrades. ये हम लोग का जो अभी हम नोटिस पढ़ेंगे वो कल हम लोग का सेंट्रल कमेटी में पास हुआ है और अभी हम ये नोटिस पढ़ते हैं और ये जनरल काउंसिल से आग्रह होगा कि इन सब पॉइंट्स को आपको पास करना है. तो हम ज़्यादा वक्त नहीं लेंगे चूँकि काफ़ी लेट हो चुका है. हम नोटिस पढ़ना शुरू करते हैं. टू ऑल द एफिलिएट जनरल सेक्रेटरी by mail and registered post, notice of the 25th Triennial General Council, pursuant to the authority vested under Article 7, Clause 7.1.5, sub-clause of these bylaws of the All India Union Bank Officer Federation, hereafter referred to as the Federation, and compliance with Article 6, Clause 6.1.1, and 6.1.2, the notice is hereby issued to convene the 25th Triennial General Council of the Federation at Bangalore, Karnataka. Date and time, 19 January 2025 from 9:30 a.m. onwards. जो हम लोग थोड़ा विलम्ब से 11 बजे शुरू किए हैं. Venue Hilton Convention Center, Bangalore, Embassy, Matra Business Park, Block A, Hotel Building 2, Hebel, Outer Ring Road, Navagara, Bangalore. Agenda for the meeting. First agenda, to consider and adopt the report of General Secretary and audit a statement of accounts. 2, to confirm the appointment of auditors for the issuing terms Commitments 0104 2025. Third, to approve bylaw amendment as proposed by Central Committee or duly notified member. Fourth, to consider resolution and motion from Central Committee or duly notified member. 5, agenda number 5, to elect the office bearer for the term commencing 1/4/2025, 1st April 2025, annexure attached hitherto specifying the number of delegate and observer as well as the mandatory fee and remittance for accommodation, lodging, boarding and delegate observer fee verifying for each affiliate and thus separately issues to the component of the notice and shall be deemed part thereof. With warm regard, PM बालाचंद्र. अब हम रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे बालाजी से कि वो अपना आगे की कार्रवाई करें और हाउस से भी रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे कि इस जो एजेंडा है उसको जितना जल्दी से जल्दी हम लोग समाप्त करेंगे तो हम लोग नेक्स्ट जनरल बॉडी के लिए हम लोग आगे बढ़ेंगे. थैंक यू.
Thank you, Comrade Upendra. Now I request our General Secretary, Comrade Balachandra, to present the General Secretary's report and get it approved, submit it for the approval to the delegates. I request the console to have the display of General Secretary's report.
Thank you, Suraj. Thank you, Upendra. So, as per agenda number 1, to consider and adopt report of General Secretary and audited statement of accounts. ये कल सेंट्रल कमिटी में पास हो चुका है. If any doubts is there, I shared the report to all general secretaries. I requested general secretary to share the other delegates. If it is displayed here, any doubts, any queries, you can ask on the general secretary report. Otherwise, I will take it as a pass. Shall I take it as a pass? Okay. Thank you. to confirm the appointment of auditors for ensuing term commencing 1/4/2025. Yesterday, we decided to, in Central Committee, we passed existing Chartered Accountant Jagdish and Company to continue one more term. Shall I take it as a passed? Thank you. Agenda number 3, to approve bylaw amendments as proposed by the Central Committee or duly notified members. इस बार हम लोग एक bylaw amendment भी कुछ भी नहीं किया, so it is irrelevant, but still it is. Shall I take it as a pass? To consider resolutions and motions from Central Committee or duly notified. No, to consider resolutions or motions Central Committee or duly notified members. So again, we are not taking any resolutions in the last Central Committee. No resolutions or no motions, no fresh motions. So shall I consider it as a passed? Thank you once again. Now, agenda number 5. I request Vinay ji and Venkat ji and team you inform them. So, in agenda number 5, to elect the office bearers for the term commencing 1/4/2025, bracket 1st April 2025. So, I am requesting to Vinay ji and team to take over the proceedings. So, once Vinay ji and team is arrived here, we will hand over the proceedings to Mike चाहिए?
हेलो
यस
ये जो एजेंडा में 1/4/2005 लिखा है,
हाँ
1/4/2025 लिखा है, चूंकि बॉडी आज डिजॉल्व हो जाएगी तो ये आज से लागू होना चाहिए।
ओके लक्ष्मण जी, ऐसे कल आप भी थे सेंट्रल कमेटी पे, सो इस नोटिस इज एट सेंट्रल कमेटी, उधर आप ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं किया है। इट इज ए डेलीगेट सेशन, इट इज नॉट फॉर द जनरल सेक्रेटरी। जनरल सेक्रेटरी को क्या ऑब्जेक्शन था कल हम लोग पास किया, वो टाइम पे आप रेज करने का था। दैट इज द प्रोसीजर ऑफ द जनरल बॉडी। तो कल आप ऑब्जेक्शन ले चुका है, तो हम लोग बात डिस्कशन करके कुछ रेजोल्यूशन, सो एवरीथिंग इज क्लोज एंड फ्रीज्ड इन दिस मैटर।
कल के नोटिस में ये नहीं था बाला साहब।
नोटिस आप प्रेसिडेंट से पूछना पड़ेगा। प्रेसिडेंट नोटिस पढ़ा, नोटिस आपका पास भी है, सभी जनरल सेक्रेटरी का पास भी नोटिस दे चुका है। नोटिस डेटेड 21 नवंबर 2024, लेटर नंबर AOBF GS LET 258/22 and 25। सो इसके बारे में आप डिस्कशन में आपको
कल के नोटिस में डेट मेंशन नहीं थी।
नहीं, मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना, if you can discuss with my president, it is already discussed, it is a freezed matter. Any other thing, not you, any other person can ask, why? Because it is already freezed, it is already accepted in the Central Committee. Then only we are presenting here. It is yesterday clearly we discussed, we passed, it is a procedure of the general body.
आप बताइए, कल वाले नोटिस में 1/4/2025 कहीं नहीं मेंशन था।
ये प्रिंट हो चुके 1 वीक हो गया, नोटिस में भी था, फर्स्ट नोटिस में भी था, तो नहीं तो आप निकाल दीजिए।
कल की मीटिंग में इस टॉपिक पे कोई बात ही नहीं हुई अपनी। भाई 1/4/25 से ले रहे हैं या क्या कर रहे हैं?
नहीं, कल का मीटिंग में जनरल सेक्रेटरी लोग सभी लोग था, पास किया है।
नहीं, एजेंडे में, कल के एजेंडे में ये बात नहीं थी। सभी जनरल सेक्रेटरी वहां पे प्रेजेंट थे, तो कल के एजेंडे में ये बात नहीं। सॉरी टू सर, आई रिक्वेस्ट माय प्रेसिडेंट प्लीज इस टॉपिक पे कुछ बोलिए।
नहीं, नोटिस मिस्टर पवन जी,
या
नोटिस मैंने नहीं पढ़ा। After the notice read by my president, I presented the report. Everybody is unanimously accepted.
I request my president, please clarify on this topic. I request my president.
बैठिए. Respected president will clarify. It is not my business.
कल के एजेंडे में ये नहीं था। 1/4/2025 वाला।
पवन जी, okay.
Thank you.
समझ गया. So respected president will give the answer for that.
ये जो आज का नोटिस है इसमें ये है, कल का नोटिस आप लोग के पास होगा, वो उसमें
एग्जैक्टली उसमें ये पॉइंट नहीं था।
उसमें एक बार आप चेक कर लीजिए।
हाँ,
एक बार चेक कर लीजिए।
आपके पास भी होगा वो नोटिस। सेंट्रल कमेटी के नोटिस में नहीं था। सेंट्रल कमेटी के नोटिस में ये नहीं था पॉइंट जो आपने अभी डिक्लेयर किया है। दिखाए प्लीज डिस्क्लोज द नोटिस ऑफ द सेंट्रल कमेटी। सेंट्रल कमेटी का नोटिस किसी के पास आया है? सेंट्रल कमेटी के मेंबर्स के रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूं, किसी के पास ऐसा नोटिस हो प्लीज।
पवन जी, देयर इज ए बिग डिफरेंस सेंट्रल कमेटी मीटिंग एंड जनरल बॉडी मीटिंग notice. It is a different notice.
Sir, sorry to say.
My president can give the clarification.
अभी आपने कहा कि सेंट्रल कमेटी में ये हमने लोग पास किया, तो मैं यही बेनती कर रहा हूँ कि सेंट्रल कमेटी में इस टॉपिक पे कोई इश्यू पास नहीं हुआ।
कल का लेटर नंबर देखो, इसका लेटर नंबर देखो। It is on 21st November 2024. My president will give the clarifications.
Sure. President sir को please.
आपका और भी है सेंट्रल कमेटी मेंबर। सेंट्रल कमेटी में पास होने के बाद इधर डिस्कशन नहीं करें। डेलीगेट सेशन फॉर अदर्स, नॉट फॉर द जनरल सेक्रेटरी और एनी सेंट्रल कमेटी मेंबर. इट इज ऑर्डिनरी डेलीगेट. So my president will give clarification. I am not the person to give clarification for that.
बाला सर, रिटर्निंग ऑफिसर ने जो नोटिस निकाली थी उसमें कहीं भी डेट मेंशन नहीं है। वो नोटिस मैंने अभी पढ़ी, उसमें केवल टर्म डिसाइड किया गया है 2025 से 2028।
नहीं लक्ष्मण, एक करीब बात करने का था, कुछ इसमें डिस्प्यूट नहीं है, आपको भी पता है। डिस्प्यूट करने के लिए डिस्प्यूट करना ठीक नहीं है। मैं डायरेक्ट एक ही बात बोल रहा हूँ, इसमें मैं डीप जाने का मैं भी रेडी नहीं है।
सर
हम लोग बात करके किया है। अगेन वो क्या बात ना, वो आप कल बोलो।
सुनिए ना, हम बता रहे हैं।
कुमार
नहीं, एक मिनट सर। प्रेसिडेंट, अभी मैं प्रेसिडेंट से बहुत बार बात किया, प्रेसिडेंट को मैं बोला, फिर भी प्रेसिडेंट सर ही आई डोंट नो व्हाई ही इज ओपनली टेलिंग दिस थिंग. एज अ वर्किंग प्रेसिडेंट आई एम टेलिंग यू वन थिंग. सेंट्रल कमिटी वंस द जनरल सेक्रेटरीज रिपोर्ट इज पास्ड, उसमें पास होने के बाद सेंट्रल कमिटी का एक भी आदमी डेलीगेट सेशन में बात नहीं रख सकता है. ओनली द सेंट्रल कमिटी मेंबर्स कैन स्पीक. यस्टरडे कल आप बात रख सकता था, डिबेट कर सकता था. ये नोटिस और ये जनरल सेक्रेटरीज रिपोर्ट अगर आपको यहाँ नहीं लेके आना था तो उस समय बता सकता था. आप उस समय इसमें डिस्प्यूट डाल सकता था, उस समय प्रेसिडेंट रूलिंग दे सकता था, सब कुछ कर सकता था. ट्रेड यूनियन एक्ट एंड इंडस्ट्रियल डिस्प्यूट्स एक्ट इज स्क्वायरली एप्लीकेबल हियर. आप प्लीज मेरा बात समझिए. इसमें डिस्प्यूट रेज करना था तो आपको कल करना चाहिए था, आज नहीं कर सकता है. एंड इफ एनीबडी फ्रॉम द नॉर्मल डेलीगेट, जो आम सभा में आम मेंबर जो बैठा हुआ है, जो सेंट्रल कमेटी का भाग नहीं था, कल वो सेंट्रल कमेटी का डिस्कशन कोई किसी को मालूम नहीं है, तो वो लोग ये डाउट पूछ सकता है. उस समय जनरल सेक्रेटरी ये करेगा, रिप्लाई करेगा.
मेरा हाउस से निवेदन है कि कृपया डेलीगेट्स को यह क्लैरिफाई किया जाए.
लक्ष्मण जी, अभी भी मेरा बात आप समझ नहीं पा रहा है.
देखो देखो कुमार कुमार कुमार,
श्योर, थैंक यू थैंक यू.
एक बात याद रखना है.
श्योर, थैंक यू थैंक यू.
एक बात याद रखना है.
One of my comrade is willing to speak some words.
एक मिनट, एक बात याद रखो. हमारे बीच में झगड़ा नहीं करना है, झगड़ा करना है मैनेजमेंट के अगेंस्ट.
थैंक यू सर,
वो करेगा हम लोग साथ में.
Thanks Bala sir, you are given the opportunity.
हेलो.
देखो, आप देखो, एक बात देखो
सर, एक बार आप दोबारा बोलिए कि नई बॉडी जो आएगी वो डिसाइड करेगी नेक्स्ट 1-4 से लेना, क्योंकि अभी बॉडी जो प्रेजेंट बॉडी है जो डिसॉल्व हो चुकी है, तो नेक्स्ट सॉरी टू से लिसन मी प्लीज. ओनली वन वर्ड इज हियर कि अभी बॉडी
विनय आ चुका है. विनय जी को वेट नहीं कर पाएगा.
विनय जी प्लीज.
आई एम हैंडिंग ओवर द प्रोसीडिंग्स टू Comrade Vinay Kumar Srivastava, our presiding officer, former vice president of the federation, and Comrade Venkata Subramanian.
बाला सर, being a सामान्य कार्यकर्ता एक नॉर्मल कॉमरेड की हैसियत से मेरे पास सुनी जाए.
Everything is passed, already handed over to Vinay ji.
जब इलेक्शन आज हो रहा है तो डिसॉल्व क्यों नहीं हो रही है?
Thank you so much for all this. Thank you. Once again, thank you. Now, on behalf of
मैं रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ विनय सर को कि वो क्लैरिफाई करें इसको क्या किया जा सकता है. मैं माइक आप लोगों के हवाले कर रहा हूँ. प्लीज टेक केयर.
बाला सर, शुड वी लीव द मीटिंग? अगर हमारी सुनवाई नहीं जा रही तो हमें यहाँ से चले जाना चाहिए.
Now, on behalf of our team AABF, I want to express my sincere thanks with my president.
मैं कल से यहाँ सुन रहा हूँ, कल से सबको डेमोक्रेसी का पाठ पढ़ाया जा रहा है कि यही डेमोक्रेसी है कि सामान्य आदमी, सामान्य कार्यकर्ता की बात नहीं सुनी जाएगी और सब अपनी अपनी बातें बोल के धीरे से निकल जाएंगे. ऐसा कैसे चलेगा बाला सर? ये कौन डिसाइड करेगा कि असेंबली आज डिसॉल्व हो रही है कि कब डिसॉल्व हो रही है?
बाला सर, अगर आप भी एक तरफा बात करेंगे तो हम अपनी बात किसके आगे रखेंगे?
सर, ये बॉडी कौन डिसॉल्व करेगा?
So thank you once again for the fullest cooperation. Entire team on behalf of Upendra Kumar and Srinath. AABF Zindabad, AABF Zindabad, IBOC Zindabad. Thank you for the cooperation. I am handing over the mics to Vinay Kumar Srivastava.
सर, आपने जवाब नहीं दिया. ये बॉडी डिसॉल्व कौन करेगा? ये बॉडी नहीं जो टीम चुनी जाएगी वो डिसॉल्व करेगी.
Thank you. I request the returning officer, Comrade Vinay Srivastava.
हेलो सर, आपने अभी भी ये कंफर्म नहीं किया कि ये बॉडी कौन डिसॉल्व करेगा.
I request all of you to kindly give a standing ovation to our outgoing General Secretary, Comrade Balachandra. Comrade Balachandra, who is being retiring in 2 months. Let us give a huge round of applause.
Present body is dissolved and we handed over entire election proceedings. I requested Vinay Srivastava is already here. He has already taken over the charge. Vinay Srivastava and entire team. Please cooperate with them for smooth conducting the election. Already 1 lakh is gone from the federation. I think more than 1 lakh. Please cooperate with the Federation officials as well as hotel people as well as Comrade Vinay Srivastava. All 3 persons are in the stage. They are the very senior most comrades of our Federation. They have sacrificed their life. Still, as per our request, they are here to support us. Thank you once again. Thank you.
थैंक यू साथियों। सभी डेलीगेट्स और ऑब्जर्वर से ये रिक्वेस्ट है कि स्मूथ इलेक्शन में आप लोग पूरा सहयोग करेंगे और हम आपको अपनी टीम की तरफ से एश्योर करते हैं कि फेयर, ट्रांसपेरेंट और किसी भी तरह की कोई भी भेदभाव की स्थिति नहीं उत्पन्न होने देंगे और आप लोग इसमें पूरा सहयोग कीजिएगा। और हमने कुछ नियम जो बनाए हैं वो आपके समक्ष साथी सूरज आपको बताएंगे। और सबसे पहले हमको जनरल काउंसिल, चूंकि आप हाईएस्ट बॉडी हैं, तो हमारे 2 साथी अभंग, साथी वेंकट, इन दोनों को आप लोग परमिट करते हैं कि हमारा सहयोग करेंगे, क्योंकि ये आपको पावर है। थैंक यू दोस्तों, थैंक यू। बस आपसे ये रिक्वेस्ट है, मोटा आपको ये बता देते हैं कि अब से 1 घंटे बाद हम लोग 5 बजे से हम लोग इलेक्शन शुरू करेंगे। इस बीच में आप सबसे ये रिक्वेस्ट है कि जो हम लोग इलेक्शन प्रोसेस शुरू करेंगे उसमें 3 बैलेट है और उन 3 कलर के। कुछ आपको क्या करना है, कैसे करना है, ये आपको साथी सूरज भी आपको एलोबरेट करेंगे। जो हम इलेक्शन करेंगे यहाँ 6 बूथ बनेंगे, लेकिन यूनिट वाइज अल्फाबेटिकली इलेक्शन होगा। यूनिट वाइज अल्फाबेटिकली इलेक्शन होगा और किसी भी तरीके का आप लोगों से रिक्वेस्ट रहेगी कि जो फील्ड बैलेट होगा उसकी आप कोई फोटो नहीं लेंगे, कोई मोबाइल आप पोलिंग बूथ में ले जाएंगे, क्योंकि देखिए हम लोग अगर फेयर इलेक्शन करना चाहते हैं तो बैलेट कहीं से भी डिस्क्लोज नहीं होना चाहिए। ये सीक्रेट बैलेट हम इलेक्शन करा रहे हैं, तो आप सबसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि इस चीज को आप प्लीज अडेयर कीजिएगा। दूसरी चीज, मीटिंग हॉल में कोई कंपेनिंग नहीं होगी। कोई भी कंपेनिंग हमको मीटिंग हॉल में नहीं करना है। जो भी हमको कंपेनिंग करनी है वो बाहर करना है। किसी भी डेलीगेट के साथ में कोई डेलीगेट नहीं साथ आएगा। जो जिस यूनिट का डेलीगेशन होगा, जिसको वोट करना होगा, वो क्रमवार आएंगे यहाँ पर। कोई भी कंपेनिंग इस हाल के अंदर नहीं होगी, ठीक है। बाकी आपको साथी सूरज और साथी वेंकट आपको एलोबरेट करेंगे। थैंक यू साथियों।
Comrades, I'll first inform in English, then in Hindi. There will be 6 ballot boxes kept here. The returning officers and the assisting returning officers will be sitting on the left side of the stage. Each delegate will be called unit-wise in alphabetical manner. As and when you are coming, you have to first approach the returning officer. Returning officer will verify your ID card. In case you are not having your bank ID, you can show it in your ACOM app as well.